away. So it's kind of disturbing, you know. I hate even to look at the Facebook stuff anymore. All I see is condolences and informing me we're sorry somebody passed away. It's kind of scary. A lot of older people I know passed away. And I don't know if it was natural or COVID, but everything is being said COVID. So I'm kind of paranoid, you know? And it's all around the world, not just one place. So most of the ones were in the US. Have you heard of Tasney Company? Yes, I have. Is it good? I've never worked there. They're a customer. Thank you for the loss. Sorry for the losses. Yeah, just some people, you know, that passed away. I don't know if they were old and unhealthy or was it COVID. Hopefully, 2000 stimulus check cheer you up. Yeah, you know, that's not really a thought. Just kind of bummer. People you've known many years and you looked up to, and they're kind of gone in a heartbeat. People are passing away in a heartbeat. It's better to make amends with anybody you can. You don't know when they're going to be gone. Chris from Deming, what's happening? We got Mr. Michael here today. I'm surprised you didn't automatically come up. That was strange.
Hey, sir. How are you?
Hey, good. You know, I wonder why, you know, before when you would come on, hey, Phil, what's happening? Sandman, how are you? Before when you would come on, you would pop right on the screen. Now it has to be clicked, yeah?
Yeah, I miss the days when we would pop into Scope Somewhere in ours. That's the one I liked. That one night, I ended up somewhere. I don't even know how I ended up there. And
Yasser Fahad, hello from Jubail. What's happening? Asha,
it's good to see you back, buddy.
Monday. Hey, it's good to see you.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris got his first dose of vaccine on Friday. Congratulations. I'm not even on a list yet. Maybe Tuesday I can figure out how to get a vaccine. It was impossible to get it in in Philippines. It's like a rumor. What about you, Michael? Are you on a list to get it, or how's it going over there?
No, I probably won't get it, buddy. I already had COVID, so pretty sure.
Yeah, but don't you still have to get a vaccine?
No, what they do is they do the old folks first, and we have such a shortage here of the vaccine, so they're doing the people that are in long care seniors homes first. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but
you're looking fresh this morning. What's happening? Why are you looking so fresh and happy? What's going on?
So fresh and so fine. I'm happy.
Yeah. Michael, show Niagara Falls, buddy. Michael, how far is it to the falls from Toronto? 1
Not
hour?
That. Depends how fast you drive. I would say 2 hours.
Is it 2 hours?
Yeah. If you're a speed demon, maybe an hour and a half. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, we lived in Buffalo, outside of Buffalo in Tonawanda, New York for 1 year. My father was transferred there to do some management for a company for a year. And everybody knew we moved there. Every week somebody would come and we'd have to go look at those silly falls. I have seen Niagara Falls more than the security guard in Niagara Falls.
It's worse than a barrel. That's what I've heard.
Yeah. Still people die trying to go over those falls in some nonsense.
I don't know. It's still one of the wonderful things to see. I like that shirt. Who was making fun of your shirt? That's a good looking shirt.
It's like 8 years old, man. This is your Walmart a tropical something. I don't know.
I know it's Miami Vice, man. It's Miami Vice. Okay. You need the shades and you're rocking. There you go.
Muhammad Al Ghamdi, you're on YouTube. Welcome. Yeah, this shirt is like 7, 8 years old.
I love that I can link to Twitch now. I can get the whole 5 people who watch me on there.
I don't link to. I can't do it because I'm actually.
Yeah.
What am I verified? Something there. I forget what it's called. Have they built any overpass over Niagara? No, they don't need to. You can go down the street and go. There's bridges, but Niagara Falls. The thing is, at the bottom, it's nothing but rocks, and people that try to go over it actually die because they hit the rocks. Marion, hello.
They've gone down there with metal detectors and found all kinds of stuff, buddy.
The Victoria Falls in Kenya. You know, I've seen only photos of that. It does look nice. Isn't that like the longest falls on the planet or something? Salam, Facebook user. It does not tell us your name. So I just see Facebook user and salam, sir. Kitty Charles, thank you for the Stay Safe Award. You got your
That's
second dose
weird.
of the vaccine March 5th. Well, Chris, fantastic. I look very smart with the t shirt. You look smart with the t shirt there, Michael. You're looking a lot younger and brisker.
Yeah, well, I've been taking good care of myself. You taught me well, sir. Yeah,
Congratulations.
yeah. I
Hello,
was in
doctor.
Dina said the other day, you know that Randy, he taught you well. I said, yes, he did. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, right. You're actually doing quite well. You're well shaven. I kind of quit shaving. I think I'll start with a beard growth again.
You look
Karen,
good in a
thank you
beard,
for
though.
the award. Yeah, it helps hide the ugly.
Now, do you have several Karens? Because when I was listening to you, I heard Karen. Or is this the same Karen?
There's a few Karens, but this is
Yeah,
Karen Waterston.
yeah.
Yeah, I know quite a few Karens. I didn't know how many Michaels I knew until I went to try to type and invite you. And then it comes up like 30 Michaels, and I can't find you till I get to BAT, and then it finds you.
Yeah, but a lot of
It
people say
is
that. It's
very-
hard. It's really hard to find me. I've heard that. It's not.
yeah, there's a lot of Michaels there. If it's not for the picture, you have to really spell your name properly.
Yeah, they're all saying, Brooke, grow your beard back.
Yeah, I
Okay, yeah.
probably will.
You are
You're
not
not
ugly.
ugly, Marion said. Thank you, Marion. You guys from the London. What's up, Barry McCoy? We only joke about being ugly and different things, but today's cancel culture, if you joke with someone, they all feel offended. But I'd like to say today, congratulations to Donald Trump, who was vindicated and now found
Yes.
not guilty. So, congratulations to him. Whether you like it or not, he is officially not guilty by law. That
Yeah,
was
I'm
kind of
happy for him.
interesting.
I'm happy for him. I think it was ridiculous. What they're trying to do
Guess what
is
else happened today?
what?
Georgia filed 14 cases of voter fraud, and one of them contains 2,900 votes, and a couple
Why?
other contain thousands. So the Georgia government website filed many cases today to the courts.
Yeah,
It may turn out that he wasn't all full of hot air. Well, he was full of hot air, but he may not have been blowing as hard as we thought.
in all subjects, right? That's a problem when you lie in some things. It's hard for them to trust you, right?
Yeah, but he's
It's
now Georgia just filed the petition and the lawsuits. Space Gal, hello and welcome. So that was kind of shocking, that they're now filing all these cases. Tommy Dunaway, hello and how are you from YouTube? I
Space
was quite.
Gal.
Let's get Space Gal up here. I talked to Bella this morning.
No way.
Yeah, she was on another broadcast.
Yeah, she's supposed to get a microphone and a camera. We want high def. Oh no, we can't have her on. I keep forgetting. We can only have her voice.
Yeah, because of her work. Trump is the greatest president ever in the USA history, says Musfir Al Fahad. You know what? Happy Valentine's to you, Space Gal. He called those people to rush to the Capitol. Whether he did or not, yeah,
I'm
I'm
not
not
laughing at
really.
you. It says I'll just shut my mouth about Trump. I don't want to cause drama.
It's okay. Everybody doesn't have to love everybody. That's a good thing. If we all like the same person, we would be robots.
Well, a lot of people don't like us. That's the way it goes. But more people do. So it's a numbers game.
More people do than don't. So that's a beautiful
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
Space
Not
Gal,
every.
you were invited if you didn't see it or seen it. Karen,
Yeah,
you said you couldn't come, but you were invited. Space Gal has to go to her computer.
not
Well,
everyone's going to understand the glory, Betty.
the glory of it all. Oh, the
Yes,
glory.
the glory out of all.
Actually, when this is done, I need to call you for a couple of minutes. I'm going to try something. I'd like you to try it with me.
Okay.
Just a
Is it
different way to broadcast. So I want to invite you and see what kind of issues and how it works.
okay? It's not like shock therapy like last time. Okay,
No,
good.
no, no. Just a normal little
Okay.
try to see if it works
Not
type
the
thing.
electric shock therapy. But it's okay to put your tongue on the 9-volt battery. You'll be okay, Michael. Trust me.
Okay, Bob Urban says, love you both. Bob Urban, hello and welcome, sir. If you'd like to come up, we can give you a hello. We always love to hear from Bob if you're not busy.
Bob, we love you back. Well, I don't know about Randy, but okay, there you go.
I love everybody.
Yeah, I love everybody.
Everybody.
You should run for president. Yeah, I think you'd have a chance.
I would be in jail or fired the first day.
Okay. What the heck? I got Fraser here on Messenger, but not in the. I don't.
Can
He
we
sent.
please don't talk about politics? We can please that. He was an amazing person. He never ever allowed violence in the Middle East. He was the first president not to go to war in God. How many presidents?
That's true. That is a very good point.
Yeah, when you look at what he did, less Muslims were killed worldwide than in history since when he was president. He
Yeah,
was
they
the
don't
first
mention that.
president to step foot in North Korea and a smile and a cheer and something good. They're trying to erase him with some badness, but people try to overlook the good. And I'm not really into the overlooking the good. I think we should concentrate on the good for everyone. If we concentrated on the bad of everyone, we would never have anyone as a friend.
Cup of Joe. There's
Cup
good.
of Joe, whoop whoop.
Cup
Cup
of
of Joe, the
Joe's.
fine Joe, the best Joe.
Cup of Joe's real good, Joe. He's like good
Cup of
coffee in the
Joe's
morning.
good people.
Yeah, he's very
So
generous.
what's on your agenda today?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I'm just kind of going with the flow. I'm off tomorrow. Tomorrow's like a special day in Canada. I'm not
Is
sure what
it
it is. Yeah,
connected to Valentine's Day or no? Or
no. They give us these days to be with our family, and so tomorrow we might do a business show. We'll see. I don't really want to do one today because I feel like it's not in good taste. You know what I mean? So I don't to
what
take away
Valentine's?
to take away from their loved ones. And now if they don't have loved ones, that's fine. Jimmy Ritz, I love that name.
Jimmy Ritz from Copenhagen. Welcome, sir.
It sounds more like from Vegas. Jimmy Ritz.
The first orange-haired president. He may have been the first one who was orange-haired. I'm not
Yeah,
sure, but
Space Gal's here, buddy.
oh, there you go. Trump's hair
Come,
looks like Cheeto does. I have to admit, his hair was different.
good
Whether
morning,
you like
Space
it or
Gal.
not,
How are you?
Space Gal, Miss Elisa, how are you?
Tired.
I was
Yeah.
thinking of you this morning at 4:30.
I was awake.
I sat down, I turned on the TV to YouTube, and there was two rockets landing, not taking off, but landing. And I was thinking that was actually pretty neat. Sod, how are you, sir? Thank you.
Yeah, there's a launch tonight if our weather holds out.
Yeah, I was watching those landings. Those are more amazing than the launches, actually.
They are. They are.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
tougher. They're tougher too.
The
But they look so
sonic-
smooth. When they take off, it just feels dangerous.
Yep.
I think it's all
Okay.
dangerous, Randy.
Yeah, it
Is
is.
it?
It's all
Yeah.
dangerous.
Your
Especially,
volume, Space Gal, is a little low.
no, not at all. You sound too. It's just we're so freaking loud.
It's just me. I don't have a lot of energy. I had a migraine all day yesterday and
Oh,
battling
Ramsey
it again.
Unleashed. Love the grease back hair, Michael.
thank you. It's my new sponsor, Brill Cream. There you go. Do you remember that?
There you
Probably that was from the '70s, and you would gel it back. Or
What was the one that Fonzie always wore? Does anybody know? He always put something in his hair. I don't remember what it was.
mine's water.
Who's old enough? Who's old enough to know what greasers put in their hair? They nicknamed them greaser. It's before our time. I think you have to be in your 70s or 80s to know what that was.
It was Brill Cream. That's
Was
what
it Brill Cream?
It was
Okay.
Brill Cream. It was this gross stuff you put in your hair, and it made it shine, right? But it was probably good for your hair because it probably had nutrients in it. Yeah.
I don't know about that.
It could have been just car oil and a big joke. Who knows?
Bob Bourbon's
Bob,
here.
welcome. You're sideways, but this is going to be fun.
Yeah,
but I don't
with
see
this,
anybody.
he's flexing
Oh,
his
now you're-
muscles too this morning. Good
Hey,
morning,
there
sir.
you go. Can you see me?
Yes, we do. Let me see if I can make your picture bigger because your camera's at a different angle. Give me just a second.
But
Let's
I don't
make
see.
your
Okay, now I
camera
see everybody.
normal. There we go. Now we're all at a normal angle.
So I don't get up here much. As you know, I follow you guys all the time. So I don't have
We
a lot of time,
appreciate you.
but I wanted to make sure I did get up here and say hello.
I
Thank you,
appreciate
Bob.
you. I
You're
appreciate.
very
I always like
appreciated.
seeing you there. It's good.
I appreciate seeing you guys too.
So what's up
Michael,
today for you?
you have a NASA
Um,
shirt on?
I do.
I have
I do. Is that
not too
bad?
much. It's one of my only days off, so and it is
Okay.
Valentine's Day, so I guess I have to do something, right?
I hear you. Bernie from
No.
Melbourne. Welcome, sir.
The worm logo is the best logo. I will love the worm logo because that's the design you have on. And the guy that actually created that font recently passed away.
Hey, Asha, how are you?
Drink plenty of water to get rid of a migraine. I've heard that before. You know what works?
I
Actually, coffee works for me on
Yes,
a
it does.
migraine.
Caffeine.
I
Caffeine
wait
takes it
we
away.
all I drink coffee all the time.
No, but a lot though. A lot of caffeine. Yeah.
I
It's
drink 120 ounces of coffee a day. Is that not enough?
I don't know if that's enough or not, but
I
Well,
think that's plenty.
Bob, well, you got a big cup there, yeah?
Hmm.
Yeah, I
Yes,
just have
sir.
my little one right now.
Bernie, you're about to sleep. Okay, Bernie, you've seen the invite. You know what? I actually, when I was probably 10 years old, in
I'm
our
not gonna
town, we had a family doctor that was Japanese. And I remember the day my mom took me to him because I was sick. The doctor said I got to drink plenty of liquids. And he looked at my mom and says, I don't care if it's Kool-Aid, Cokes, or what. Liquid is liquid. It's all water-based. You need to get the stuff moving through your body. And I was shocked that a old-time Japanese doctor said, just drink what you drink. Tea, coffee, Pepsi, but get the liquids moving.
tequila. Yeah, I get it.
I don't think he went into alcohol.
I was just going to say maybe vodka.
Yeah.
One shot, two shot, three shot, four. Oh Lord, here I am on the floor.
Yeah. Thursday I
Anyway,
went
now
to
that
the
we're back in
doctor.
Saudi,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you got
don't
your
forget,
coffee.
Kadir tea is the
Oh, your
best
tea.
tea.
It's the only tea, buddy. The only tea you
Oh,
should
yeah.
ever drink. Yes.
No, but Thursday I went and I got an injection for my migraine. I had it for 3 days and I got medication and I got rid of it. But my neighbor decided at 11 o'clock yesterday to start, I don't know, using a
Michael's
pry
camera
bar.
and microphones. Bob, you disappeared somehow there, buddy. Oh, Bob's back.
Oh, camera's off.
I'm sure he'll get it back. Patty, hey, Randy, how are you feeling? I got a little jet lag. I got a slight migraine today from the lack of pure sleep. That's the only time that I get a bit of a headache now is sleep. If I don't get at least 4 to 5 hours direct, not interrupted, but direct sleep. Yeah, I've got to
Randy,
have
you
that.
have to quarantine?
Yeah, I have to stay here until I could get a COVID test, and the next opening is Tuesday.
Oh, wow.
Mark and PK Happiness, hello, and thank you for the welcome back. They're there on YouTube. Great couple. He's from France. She's from the Philippines. Really good people. They've got a great YouTube channel. You guys should follow.
I
They're
will.
always bringing niceness, and they're just good and friendly people.
Oh, okay.
There comes the telecommunications expert with no signal.
Isn't
we
it
lost signal there for a sec. Did you know that?
Oh, so it wasn't just me then.
No, we just lost it for about
okay.
2 seconds, which means on Facebook there was no interruption. That's how it works.
Frank, hello from Montreal.
Frank, good morning.
I got to grab more coffee. I'll be right back.
Do it. Get her done. You know, the telecom expert with no signal is like the barber with a bad haircut.
Hey, I got my earbuds in. Don't be talking about me. I can still hear you.
You can watch it anytime.
I love his accent.
Yeah.
He's got a great voice, Bob.
Thank you very much, Randy. Hello from France. What's happening? Welcome, you guys. Hey,
Thanks,
Mark, if you guys could share your YouTube link in the comments so other people can check you guys out.
Hey, Michael, is that my Philly accent? Is that what you're hearing?
I don't know. It sounds good. Sounds good. It sounds like you're on some mini series somewhere. You know what I mean?
The Philly accent always sounds so instructional. It's like, you know, when you talk, it's like, I'm really paying attention here, guide me. It's got that guiding light voice. Everybody I know from
Right.
Philly has it. I don't know what's up with it. It's just like you're being instructed or guided, you know? It's like you want to listen to what's going on.
Right.
Even Elisa has it up there, and where she's from, she's got that instructional voice. Like she's not demanding, but you have to listen just in the tone.
That's right.
I'm strong.
That's the
I make
strong
a friend.
tone voice.
It's that Jersey in me.
I was just
The
going to say
joy.
that it's Jersey, right? What part of
Yeah,
Jersey are you
Jersey.
from?
Bergen County. I lived in Rochelle Park.
Okay, because I have an office in Piscataway.
Oh yeah, I know where it is.
Yeah, it's more central there, central Jersey. Yep.
I love these
Like her.
names. Piscataway. What? Come again?
Piscataway.
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 Yep.
Happy
Space Gal.
Valentine's
Happy
Day.
Valentine's from Frank. Anyway, I'm feeling my bit of jet lag kick in. Now the problem is it's now 10 o'clock in the Philippines. So now I have to fight 5 hours to stay awake. So I can get out of this, what do you call it? The jet lag or the time difference, you know?
To get back on schedule.
So
So
I'm
what
going to
time
try
is
to
it like
stay
you now, Randy?
It's
Is it
5
dinner?
p.m. almost here.
Oh, it's 5 p.m. Okay.
So I need to suffer and make myself stay awake 5 more hours, and then I'll do that twice, and the jet lag will be gone.
I was debating on going back to sleep, but I said, hell with it. I said, I might as well stay up. I'll take a nap later because I got the launch tonight. So,
Are you sleeping any better, Space Gal? You were telling me you were sleeping 3 or 4 hours before. I hope it's better
I
than that.
always sleep. I have
We have a
insomnia.
YouTube commenter asking everyone a question. What is your opinion about Saudi?
The hell does that mean?
This gentleman's from Saudi. He wants to know what's your opinion about his country, or what have you seen?
I love it now since I know Randy, but I was completely miseducated, to be honest with you. I
got to say the same thing, Michael. I didn't realize about Saudi until I started following Randy. So
yeah, I was completely lost until I met Randy. I've now found my way, but prior to that,
I know my history, so I mean it's fine. I mean, it's a country. I don't.
I would rather live there than the
different than anywhere
Philippines.
else.
I hear you.
From what I've seen,
everybody's favorite rock star from Copenhagen. Hold on, let's see if we can get him here. Bum-ba-da-bum. Hello.
He's a man with many names. Yes, yeah, he looks a lot like another man that goes to my business show talking about Bitcoin.
No. This is Jimmy Rich. The other guy is someone different.
Oh, is it really? Really? I think his name is Brandon. I think.
No. This is Jimmy Rich.
Yeah.
Are you still playing the Vegas Strip, Jimmy?
Alter ego.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I don't know where I pulled that name out of, but I just used it for this phone so I could quickly call it up as a second camera.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's beautiful there right now.
Hello, Darby Jones. Welcome.
It's like -1 or something like that. Around that. It's cold. A little bit of snow.
Damn. I could
Every
never.
time I look at your broadcast, the area, look where he lives at. Is that not peaceful or what?
It's beautiful, man.
No, it looks
Just
cold.
the views. Yeah, it looks cold, but it looks peaceful. Spend a month in the Philippines and then tell me about some peace and quiet.
Yeah, that's right. But it's nice because I grew up in California, so I'd never really experienced seasons until I moved to Denmark. You know,
you got a beautiful area there. It's so quiet. I love going to the Philippines, hanging out. I've had my home there many years. But man, sometimes there's just so many noises,
Yeah.
There's just so many things that never give you any break.
It's like
Yeah,
New
I could
York
imagine.
City.
I mean, I've watched a lot of this one guy who's a YouTuber. His name's Jubail60, and he's always saying that that's one of the things that you have to get used to is your personal privacy or your space of quietness and privacy is completely out the window because there's noise everywhere when you're in China. He lives in Nanning, China, but he says doesn't matter what city you travel to, it's like completely busy all the time.
Asia seems to be mostly that way. Patty, Randy, this last trip to Cebu was interesting from your last trips. Yeah, this one because we couldn't really go anywhere. We weren't allowed to go outside. We were kind of stuck in a circle. So we
Yeah.
couldn't really get out and about and go anywhere due to all the COVID restraints.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of issues with HAPS with your internet, and you weren't able to broadcast. Like, I wish to God you could have broadcast more at that one place you were staying. It looked like you were on Cribs. It was amazing.
My internet was just really bad this time.
I think Jimmy Ritz has got the right life today. For me, I'm digging that Jimmy Ritz feel. It amazes me how much he looks like Brandon, though. He really does.
I keep wanting Bob to pass me a cup of coffee. I'm like, yeah, come on, man, hand it over there.
I'm about to make another cup.
Hey, the last that I heard from you, you didn't have any coffee at your place, right? You had to go find.
I have some Nescafe and I have a little stash of some decent coffee. 1 cup left.
If you were close enough, Randy, I'll give you one.
I hear you. I could use it.
Good morning, Vanita.
Good morning, Vanita. Everyone say good morning, Vanita.
Good morning, Vanita.
Good morning. Good morning.
Vanita's in
Is
the
it still
paranormal
Valentine's
world.
Day there, or is it was that
It
yesterday?
is Valentine's Day. We got 5, it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I've been single for about.
It's very windy. I hear my windows rattling.
I don't
Just
pay
like
attention.
another day.
You were watching me on Haps and suddenly it said no content. Yeah, we had a blink a little bit ago. Bob got kicked out, I guess. And then it blinked
No,
for a
what
second.
what happened to me was just spinning and spinning and spinning. I thought I lost connection, so I just jumped out and came back in.
Yeah, how's Earl doing, Randy?
He's
We
very
miss
good.
Earl.
He's somewhere around. He's overly affectionate, but now he's chilling out.
Earl.
He got all the loving he wants.
Earl.
He'll be back. Oh,
Okay, I'm commenting to myself to see if it works. Vanita, it works.
Darby Jones, were you on my show last night? I think that's a secondary account too.
Can't read those.
I invited Darby if they would like to come up.
Man, this is hard to read. Oh. Hello from Bahrain. Bahrain.
That was me, Dahran.
Bahrain?
Yeah, I went on my broadcast on my phone because somebody said it wasn't working. It worked fine for me, so.
Give me 2 GM. Good morning to all you.
Very
Valentine's Day.
cute dog. Yes, it is. What a wonderful looking dog.
hang on. I'm going to grab coffee. Be right back. And turn my.
I'm single. If anybody wants to.
Same thing. I want some Kadir tea.
If anybody can make it to Denmark, I'm single.
Yeah. And ready to mingle. All right.
Yeah.
And feeling like a Pringle. Okay, I'm out. Okay.
Been hanging out.
Oh God. You know what I don't like about?
Is there a big adjustment moving to Denmark from California, or was it kind of just real casual, no big thing?
The biggest thing you have to get used to is not having police on your tail when you drive your car down the road and not going to the DMV and standing in line. Those were the nicest changes. I don't have any DMV. There's no DMV here. It's like you just do everything online. And I also
Great.
Most of my banking and everything has always been digital. I've been digital
what is
banking.
single life like in Denmark?
So,
Patty said, "What is
a
single
little
life?"
bit of, I should put my earbuds in. What was that?
You're
Patty
breaking up a
asked
bit.
you, what is single life like in Denmark?
Well, because of COVID, it sucks because like before I could have just gone over the border and went partying in Flensburg, Germany, because I live right next to the German border. So, but now because of the COVID virus, they keep doing these weird, on off. They've got like a switch that they flip and they go, oh, sorry, the border's closed. And then a couple of weeks later, it's like, oh, it's open again. So
Yeah, that's worldwide, by the way. Every country's doing that.
yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Bob, what about you? Are you allowed to roam around freely? Oops.
Yeah.
And Bob went away again.
Here we go.
Oh, here comes. Whoop, there he goes. Whoop, here he comes. Whoop, there you
And
go.
around we go. All right. And dealer in one. Okay.
Where it stops, nobody knows.
Yes, I let it spin. All right. Double Jeopardy. Here we go. All
I'm
right.
gonna have to stop it for a little while. I got it. Okay, I got it.
Oh,
Who's
that
fighting?
you were talking about that people used
And I feel like I'm on a ride.
I already stopped it. I don't know why it keeps going. I pressed the button 10 minutes ago.
You remember I said to you yesterday I tried to kick people out and they were still in?
Yeah, it's just circling and circling.
Yeah. Yeah. It's too much energy in this room. We've got Jimmy Ritz from Vegas, who's a lounge singer. Ever since then, it's been downhill. There we go.
Okay, now it stopped shaking for a while. That was driving me crazy. I was really hurting there.
A whole lot of shaking going on.
Welcome to the Wheel of Fortune. This week on the Wheel of Fortune, Michael's here to tell you about what's behind door number 1.
Yes. Let's make a deal.
Let's make a deal.
Yes.
Who's on first? Exactly.
I always love those shows. And then you could end up with the donkey. Remember? Would you like to keep what you have? Oh, now we lost
Okay.
Randy. We lost you, Randy.
No,
We're losing everybody now. This is
I see
crazy.
no issues on this side. None.
Do you know why? Because you're at a higher plane
Just so
than
I can
us.
confirm, it's not me, right?
No, it's everybody, Bob. It's not you.
I
I
don't
can see everybody.
any issues.
I
So,
can see
You're
clearly
seeing
now the
flashes,
rain
Randy.
is
It was
gone.
happened to me. And
Sing it, Michael. Sing it.
I can see all
Hey, baby.
obstacles
It
in
goes
my
in
way.
my way.
Yes, there
Love
you
it.
Whoa.
Don't
She's got a
stop.
nice
Let's finish the
caboose.
first verse.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man.
She's got a nice caboose.
He's being evil again. What are you doing?
Welcome,
zooming in on her butt.
Evil. Dr. Evil from Denmark.
I'm using the Zoom function.
Michael has
This-
the voice of a game show
On her
host. Yes,
backside.
Dee Dee. Hi, everyone. What's up, Dee Dee? How are you? Roy
I think that's a guy you're
Fulmer.
zooming on.
No, that was a girl. She was just a really healthy girl.
Darby Jones. We need a repeat there, Michael. First verse. Same as the first. A little faster. Here we go.
Yeah.
Hey,
I can see clearly now that the signal has gone. Perhaps it's not going to work today or tomorrow.
Actually, you know what we should be singing? Gonna go round in circles. Gonna fly high like a bird up in the sky. Yeah, that's more what's going on today. That was weird.
You know, a lot of times I think Haps is fine, and I think everybody's signal is just so buried.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I got 200, well, it's usually 220 megs, 225, something like that. I got,
Yeah, I've got like 100 plus, and I'm on the Ethernet. I was just trying to be nice to Haps.
Randy, I gotta go, buddy. My little doggy's crying. So
Yes, want to go too. I
yeah,
have to
so
get going too. So
much love. You know
everybody's
what?
jumping ship.
It's so nice to see you here. And Jimmy, listen, we'll do some interpretive singing another time in Vegas, okay, buddy?
Right on.
Are you okay?
I'm so glad we had these
I'm
times
yawning. I'm trying to
together.
put my head down so everyone don't see me yawning.
Okay. Well, it was
Everybody-
lovely seeing
Have a-
you. I
have
hope
a
your
great
health
day,
is
everybody.
better in the future. Thank you,
All
dear.
right, see you.
have a
I
wonderful
can't
day,
get it.
everybody.
Oh,
Long my
all right,
neighbor
everyone. See you,
started
Michael.
Have a great
We're
Valentine's
all
Day.
going in and
Hope
out.
you're getting something.
Bob, did
Hope
your
you're
camera
all
just stop? I'm kind of confused what happened.
knocking
Oh,
off
you're
a
back.
piece.
Yes. Can you see me?
Yeah, we see you, but not in the preview window. You're not there.
That's
Wow.
weird.
You're not in the preview window. That's very strange.
Yeah, that is strange.
All right. Well, listen, I got to really get going. But it was wonderful talking to everybody. Everybody has a great day.
Have a great
I'll
day.
I'll try to do more of this, Randy. But Everybody stay
Bob,
safe and
every
healthy.
time you're here, it's an honor and a pleasure, and we really appreciate you. Thank you so much.
And I appreciate each one of you as well. Have a great day.
Thanks, Bob. Have a good one. That was funny how Bob's camera was not in the preview, but he was talking. Then I found him on the screen.
Yeah, that was really weird.
Jimmy Ritz, are you having? There's some kind of a camera thing going on. What are they doing over there?
Yeah, look busy over there.
Yeah, like what are they bird watching or something?
Oh, it's what's today? Today's Sunday. Still the national bird count going on here in the United States.
Is there Chris and Martin Carr? Hello, Chris. Let's invite you, fine
Yeah,
folks.
so these people are actually they are bird watching, and I thought that they were trying to get glimpses and pictures of this eagle that had come down here and landed in this. Pictures of this little bird that looks more like a sandpiper.
Okay.
Yeah, like I maybe it goes. I don't know. It might be international the bird count, but the bird count has been going on since Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Cornell University or whatever is over it.
Chris and Martin just popping in for a minute. Well, you were invited if you'd like to pop in.
Well, these guys have been here.
Hi.
These guys have been here for like 5 days now, because they said that this little bird that popped up and has been standing there or been running around this area. One guy told me that it's a kind of a rare sighting because these birds are normally in the underbrush.
Roy Fulmer,
Right.
thank you for the
That's where
here at
they
the
kind of
beach,
like hang out. So he said after this whole field got cut down, it kind of attracted them.
Yeah. Yeah, at the beach, the sandpipers run on the beach
Shit,
and
I'm
they run
gilberting.
along the shorelines
I got to
here.
change my internet connection. Hold on.
All right. I just had to
I'm
turn my
changing
air on.
from-
It's like 90 degrees outside. I'm hot inside. Mofli Al Kazami, salam, hello. Corey, hello from YouTube.
It's raining
I
here.
just
I think
changed
that
from
Daytona,
Wi-Fi to data.
All right. Yeah, I have to do that sometimes too.
the Daytona 500 is going to get rained out, I think.
I have a question. Anybody in the comments? Has anyone purchased the new Samsung S21 Ultra? Debbie Mack, welcome.
No.
Nobody's purchased that
Maybe
yet.
my next phone will be that.
I don't know anything
It's
about
a phone,
it.
right?
Like
Or is it a tablet? Is it a
Mindy
phone or a
Holland.
tablet?
It's a big phone, almost the size of a tablet, but it's one of those big oversized phones.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I
think
had
I
bought
might
the
get a
Ultra
Samsung.
20 and I wasn't impressed, so I was thinking maybe this would be better. I don't know. Nothing like those morning kisses.
Yeah, my phone. I don't even know what.
Dee said no.
Periscope.
I hope you're well rested, Randy. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Thank you, Mindy. You don't like the Samsung. Abdul Wahab, I always have two phones, one Samsung and one Apple. You just got the 21 Plus. Dave Mann, tell me about it. What's your opinion? Give me a from 1 to 10, 10 being the best. What is your opinion? I had that S20. It was supposed to have this great zoom, but when you zoomed in, you had to you couldn't hold it still. It was terrible.
Oh, it doesn't have stabilization like the
Apple?
Apple?
You would zoom in on something, but there's no way to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have to have it mounted to an actual a tripod if you're going to zoom out 50x or whatever. Like with this Huawei phone that I'm on right now, when I zoom out really far too, it's hard to keep it stable, and the image just keeps moving around. No matter how hard I try, it just moves around way too much.
Well, you have to have
what
it
I do
on
is I mount mine to a tripod.
Okay.
Yeah. If you mount it to a tripod and then zoom in on something, you'll have better luck.
Haps needs to get stabilization built into theirs. They're going to kill me with my launches.
Not much better than the S10 Plus, says Dave. I
Ooh,
thought,
that's a horrible phone.
uh,
I still
I
have
don't
my
know. I
S7
like them all for a
Samsung.
reason.
It's
The
a pretty
only
good
thing I
phone.
don't like about Samsung is they have Samsung everything. I'm already using Google this and Google that. I don't need a Samsung app that's the same as all the apps I already use.
Oh yeah, like Samsung Wallet and
Yeah, I don't
Samsung
need all that kind of
Search.
stuff. Do they
Yeah.
even work in America and the rest of the world, or is that only for Korea?
No, I have I've used it, but I don't really like their formatting of their search page. You know, it's like they got some stuff coming
Yeah.
up on their news channels. I just don't like the formatting of it.
I don't know.
It's
I use
okay.
my
Say
Apple.
what? Yeah. Well, I've never walked into a store and seen where it says Samsung Pay. I've never seen that in my life. I
I've
wondered who
never
does
seen
that.
any either. When Jesse
Well,
wakes
it
up,
works in
I'll ask
conjunction with all
him.
those other ones.
Oh, does it?
It has to have
Yeah, yeah.
no, not
Here in
necessarily.
Europe, it does.
Well, in
Yeah,
Europe,
because there are multiple apps that work across platforms, and it's just basically like we have mobile pay, we have Samsung Pay, we have WeChat. So there's a lot of different options
yeah, it's based on
when you go
everyone's
into a
computer
place.
systems, and 7-Elevens is horrible.
You'd never know the biggest one in the
Yeah.
world. Alicia, do you know the biggest one in the world?
For what?
Was it WeChat?
Payments and everything, social media.
Cash App.
WeChat.
WeChat, exactly.
I won't
Yeah,
even use
WeChat.
it. I won't even use it. So
It's used in China everywhere. If you don't have it,
yeah,
you can't even get a cup of coffee.
yeah, that's like that.
Yeah,
Is
I have
that
it
what
on
they
this phone. It's
use?
pretty cool.
Is that what they use for talking, like chatting in and stuff too? Because Jesse's boss
It's kind of
uses.
like a Facebook on steroids.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is. Now,
I
somebody's
know.
Has
asking
everything on
about
it.
Cammy. Is she all right? She had a secondary reaction to a COVID shot, went to
I
the
have.
hospital.
I don't know. I have no idea. Um, we can't have those phones here. They're banned in the United States.
Yeah, I
The
know that's
Huawei is a
ridiculous.
good phone, but without
Fucking
Google Apps,
propaganda.
it's basically a brick.
Yep.
I got all the
Now, the
Google
older
apps on my phone.
Huawei,
I can go to the App Store.
yeah, on the older Huawei, 1 year
What?
or so old, before they blocked it, they worked fine. But on the newest ones, they don't really. It's kind of they're lame.
You know, Periscope did not support that phone, and my sonny, who used to be in my scopes all the time, had it, and they actually ended up buying one when they weren't allowed in the United States, and they actually got it to work on the platform.
Well, I have to admit, what that person
Wow.
said, the Huawei is a great phone, and they were priced right, and they were top of the line. But the whole deal with the U.S. government, are they still banned, or is that going to
Yeah,
stop now?
there's two companies that are banned. That one, and they're just a security risk because of the software. The back end of the software was the issue.
Yeah, United States just doesn't want China being able to have any kind of back doors for information gathering. They want that to be left to American companies.
Yeah, Karen,
Uh,
they were a cheaper phone. They were given away for free, like with oh my God, what was the name? Metro PCS used to give them. But they're not. They haven't been
okay,
around
you
for.
got your second shot, and you're fine. Congratulations.
She
I
hasn't
don't know.
scoped since the other night.
Well, this Huawei phone wasn't cheap.
Well, I'm not
This
saying, but
Huawei phone was not cheap. It was
which
as
one is
much
it?
as an Apple phone. It's a P30 Pro.
Oh yeah, that's a great phone. I
I know
believe
a
that was
lot
the
of.
Yeah,
last
it works
model when
like
they
a charm.
before Google Apps got taken away.
I know a lot of people that have gotten the
Yeah.
vaccine. I know a lot of people that have gotten the second, and mostly the Pfizer vaccine because they're in the medical field. and the worst reaction was a little rash around it, and that was like 10 days after, but no one else has had a reaction to it. So, well, she was here in Titusville, and she was supposed to get in touch with me, and she never did. So
Huh.
she stayed right up the road from me at a
Yeah,
hotel.
those funny conspiracies. Yeah, they're putting chips in the vaccine.
Yeah.
Oh
Such
my
crazy
God! If
fucking
I hear that
conspiracies.
one more time, oh my God! I've had 6 COVID tests, and they
Like,
all
yeah,
said,
they're
"Oh,
trying to
on the
change our
Q-tip, they're
DNA."
putting something in my nose." If I hear one more time, I have a
Yeah, they're
computer
putting
chip
something in my nose when they're
nostril.
testing me.
Cammy scoped yesterday morning.
Yeah, that's too funny.
I think it was yesterday morning. I want to say it was yesterday morning. She scoped in the morning, though, or in the evening the night before. Something like that. I don't remember.
Cammy was on Colin Scope yesterday. Yeah, I did see her there. Darby Jones. Yeah, I just don't believe the government is trying to kill any of us.
No.
I don't know. I just don't. I'm
And
just not a liberal.
I think the vaccine companies, if they had more than, say, a handful of actual negative responses to the vaccines, then they would have to pull it off of the market really quick. And they don't want to do
California
that
did.
because they want to make all the money.
Yeah, they don't want to
California
hurt the
took it off the
customer. Who wants the customer to die?
Yeah.
Yes. Supposedly someone had a reaction in California and they stopped it, but I guess they restarted it again. I don't know how long they stopped giving the vaccines, but
Did
some
you get all
people,
those childhood vaccines when you were going to school?
I got them twice. Once,
Like for
everything
mumps and
that you get
measles and
as a
chickenpox
child,
and
they give them
polio?
all over to you again the day you join the military.
yep.
So I've been double vaccinated everywhere.
Oh shit, that's got to be military. That's got to be miserable.
I just
And they
had,
do it
That's gotta
all
be
in 2
miserable.
weeks. So your lifetime's worth of
Yeah.
shots, they give it to you in 2 weeks in the military, and your arms hurt so bad you can't walk.
I just had my my pneumonia, my flu, my tetanus, something else. Oh, shingles. So I'm up to date on everything that I
Mhm.
need. So
Hey, person commenting fun. What do you
I
call? What do
I
you call
got
those people?
malaria shot.
Troll. Your comments are muted. You're just wasting your typing. But we appreciate all trolls. It's nice to have the trolls readily available.
Comments are muted.
Yeah. Do you know that person called me in my hotel in Manila?
You muted that person. Okay.
Yeah, they were been muted though. You can't see it. That person called my
Okay.
hotel in Manila.
who did?
Randy Horton.
This person, the troll here.
Wow.
Oh
That's
yeah,
a
they've
pretty
been at it
ballsy
for
move.
2 years. I didn't even bother to trace it, but it was kind of funny.
Oh man, that's
My son loves doing
well,
that.
you think it's because of your relationship with Trump or what?
I think it's a hater of Saudi Arabia. So anytime I'm the one who speaks English, so I'm the guy they like to
Oh.
scream at. It depends on where you
Oh,
live.
okay. Yeah.
The hater come from that place. I had a racist person who hated Asian people who harassed me
Oh
for a
yeah,
year.
that's got to be
in the
weird.
Philippines.
Good morning,
For a
John.
year, I had a group of Asian haters harassing me. This one now, I think, is a Saudi hater.
Wow. You know what I had happen? I was talking about some of the political situations. The political system here in Denmark is basically social democracy. We have socialized medicine.
Glenn, hello.
We have kind of a safety net. And the funny thing is when I was mentioning it, when people were asking me questions about it, this one guy that's Danish and he's a friend of mine. He came back and he was like really incensed that I was talking about the Danish system favorably. I said, yeah, I really like living here. It's got some nice benefits and things. And you know, people's lifestyles are pretty laid back. You know, get a good. You can go out and invest and build your own business if you want to. There's lots of freedoms and things. And then he came back at me saying, "Oh, well, our system's fucked up this way and it's screwed up this way." And I go, "Maybe you see it, but I don't see it." So, you know,
but nothing's perfect anywhere in this.
yeah, I
world.
mean, yeah, you
So-
can't ever have a perfect system.
What we have to look at, if I'd like to point out, after traveling to over 100 countries in the past 37 years, it doesn't matter if you have a monarchy, a communist, a socialist, or a democratic society. Everybody lives in a capitalistic environment. So what the government
Yep.
is has nothing to do with the environment you live in. It doesn't matter where you're at on the planet, you're living in a capitalist society. The only difference it makes is how the federal government spend money and allocate the money they were collecting from the taxpayer. Would you rather give homes to homeless and health care to the needy, or do we need $200 trillion in F-1 fighters with a gold seat?
Yeah, no shit.
What
Yeah.
do we need, you
It
know?
would be great if my child,
Yeah.
who's 24 years old, could have health care. He doesn't even
Yeah,
qualify where it's affordable, even with that Obamacare. For him to have that, it would cost him $600 a month.
Karen said that
A
makes no
month?
sense because of
That's-
Saudi. They don't like you. No, Karen, it actually depends. It depends on what country I am. The haters, you know, they all hate that country. They start out first. Why are you there? What's that place? We hate this. We hate that. People are programmed on who to hate and why. So believe it or not, most people face to face are nice and friendly. They don't understand what they actually hate.
Yep.
And Karen, there's many Americans
Yep.
here that don't like the foreigners that come here to live. So it's no different going to another country. So
Yeah.
southern tier of
Yep.
upstate New York. Are you getting Richard? Are you getting snow up there still? Lake effect.
There you
snow?
go. That's right, Wani. The most important thing is the level of living, such as healthcare, education, and housing. No, the most thing that starts with your freedom and your society is, can you go out of your house 24 hours a day and walk around anywhere in your city in safety and
Yep.
security?
Yeah.
So if you can't
That's
do
important.
that, you have a fundamental problem. Everything else needs to stop.
Yep.
If you cannot
Yep.
walk in downtown Denmark or downtown Florida, somewhere in Miami, without safety and security, then you have a major societal problem that needs repair quickly. And most of these
Yeah.
societal problems are due to poverty, people in need. Even the drug problem, the other things that happen is actually due to poverty. No matter what anyone says, when people are hurting, they do things that because they're not risking any losses. If you have no home, you have no health care, you have nothing in your life, what is a crime going to take away from you? The punishment's going to give you a
Got
place
nothing
to
to
live and
lose.
sleep and eat.
Well,
Yep.
California's releasing all the criminals. How about that? Oops.
Yeah, but
That's
think
good.
about it.
That's a
though.
step
How
in the
many
right way.
people in California went to jail for marijuana and nonsense, and they got 50 years? You know.
I don't know. It's legal
Yeah.
there, so I have no idea.
Oh, if you don't watch some of the documentaries, these poor guys who it was like strike three, and they're doing
Yeah.
life in prison because of like one joint or something for nothing.
Right.
Yeah, but even if it was like a little pouch of marijuana and they were planning on selling it, you think about these, because I grew up in Southern California and I was close to Compton and Los Angeles. And if you think about it, you think, okay, well, what do these people actually have to do? Their entrepreneurial spirit is like lost because all they want to do is they want to earn some living. And the only thing that's available to them is drugs. So they're selling drugs because they have no other options. I
but
mean, they
that's
do
what
have some
they're-
options.
There
They're
are
limited.
options. There
By
are
the way,
options.
welcome,
That's a bad. I'm
Robert.
sorry. They have
Richard,
choices.
Robert.
No, but listen, the choice between you drinking a beer and me wanting to smoke a joint should be no different. The whole idea that marijuana was ever outlawed in the first place was ridiculous.
But them
It was the
selling
stupidest thing
drugs,
I've ever heard.
them selling drugs
Well, they're
and
talking
working
about
at
marijuana.
McDonald's are options. They just make more money selling
I
drugs.
think cocaine,
They-
cocaine should be legal too. Heroin should be legal too. It should just be a business. You know, it should be taxed like any other,
What is the country where
alcohol
everything
or
is
any other
legal?
tobacco.
Is that Puerto Rico or no?
No.
What country everything is legal? I
Isn't it
forgot.
in London where it's kind of you can
No,
go
no,
into
no.
the
It's
bar and get whatever you want?
I think
Holland.
it's not Puerto
Holland.
Rico. One of the countries legalized all drugs. I forget which country.
Oh, that's a
Hang
good
on.
idea.
I'm going to look that one up.
And
Hang
now
on.
they no longer have a drug problem.
Yeah, they don't
Yeah,
because
the
it's
quickest
obviously
way
they
to
go,
stop all the
well, we're just going to
cartels
tax
is
it.
make all drugs legal. Then what's good is a cartel?
Yeah. And taxable. They're like, yeah, we got business going on
Randy
here,
Trump
man.
was found
I
not
pay my
guilty. Yes,
taxes.
he did. Hello, Jay Opera from Branson. Good to see you, buddy. Scandinavia. No, it's either Puerto Rico. Give me 3 countries to start with
Hang
T.
on. I'm looking it up.
Peru.
Over 25 countries around the world have decriminalized drugs to some degree, including
Portugal. There it is. Tracy Swain.
Portugal, Netherlands,
Portugal.
Czech Republic, Germany.
No, Portugal is
Yeah.
everything is
Yeah.
legal. They went over the top. Everything is legal.
Yeah. That's cool. That's why I wanted to buy a house there once. And I didn't know that that was legal. I wanted to go there because they make really good port wine. They make port wine in Portugal. I've never been a wine drinker until I moved to Denmark, and somebody gave me a bottle of port wine for a Christmas present.
They don't
And I
have
go,
problems because
this
they're
stuff-
all high. No, when you decriminalize
No, because that's
drugs,
what's surprising. When you legalize stuff, the actual use of it goes down.
yeah, it's quite a decrease. When you're allowed to do something, it's not a big deal. Jay
Yeah.
loves port. Jay, you're invited, by the way.
Here,
I mean,
Randy, drugs have been
You can see kids
decriminalized
here in
in
Denmark
Germany
drinking.
since the 1990s. As in Czech Republic, you can possess drugs for personal use in Germany without going to jail. People who want to deal in narcotics in the country can also do so legally, but have to have a license issued from the Federal Institute of Drug and Medical Devices.
I think Portugal doesn't have any law. Do what you want. God bless. I think that's how they handle it.
Yeah.
Richard Roberts, welcome from upstate New York.
Yeah, because think about it. I mean,
you all hear me?
alcohol is probably one of the most damaging things because alcohol, you hear people getting drunk driving and killing people behind the wheel of a car. You don't hear about people, driving a car into somebody when they're high on heroin or cocaine or marijuana. It's like that doesn't happen.
Yeah, we heard you, by the way, Richard.
Oh, hi, Richard.
You can't
I can
hear
see
me?
his
Okay,
glare
I'm
on my
gonna
screen.
go out and come back in.
We hear you.
Yeah, we hear you.
I agree with you on the whole. Let the people do what they want.
So Randy, Portugal, illicit substances were decriminalized in Portugal in 2001. This made the country the first to do so across the board, but people caught possessing drugs were warned and given a small fine or told they needed to appear in front of a local commission. This would place the user in contact with people like a doctor, lawyer, or social workers who would assist them in seeking drug treatment and harm reduction.
Hold on. Somebody's
And
at
that's
my
if they
door. I'll be
wanted
right back.
And that's if they want the drug treatment, because I've known a guy for years here in Denmark, and he says, yeah, he goes, I use heroin and I use hashish, and he says the commune's all right with it, but he says they just don't. He says they understand that he doesn't want to stop using it. It's just like for him, it's no different than somebody drinking a bottle of wine or a couple of bottles of wine. I know somebody who can drink about 3 bottles of wine in an evening.
Portugal
So
possession.
yeah, it's.
So it says Portugal possession
But
of
think
any
about it.
drug
It's like
for personal.
the decision of an adult. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the whole idea of taking the decisions from an adult away from you making the decision yourself. It's basically that it boils down to that. the government's making a decision for you, and I'm
Well,
against all of
actually,
that.
I appreciate heroin addicts. When I go to get a job and half of the applicants are high and they can't walk, I have a better chance of getting that job.
Yep.
Now you're just being silly.
But I will say one thing: there's a lot of drug users that are heroin users that are saved now because of Narcan, and then they just do it later on that day again, OD, or wait a couple of
To be
days.
honest, I don't know enough about it to make any knowledgeable comments. I would have to. I personally think it's all bad, and anything that destroys your body could be a bad thing. So
Yeah.
I'm not really into any of it.
Oh, I
Any
just
good
hear it on the
comments,
police
Richard?
scanner. And they
Yeah.
shoot up in Jesse's bathroom all the time.
Richard, can you hear us?
Yeah. Is he muted?
He's not muted. I don't think.
No,
Can you
he's setting everything up.
hear me now?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Can you
we
hear
were talking to you, but you weren't
Okay.
responding, so we're kind of tripping out.
Yeah, I hit the refresh button, and I realized I seen the volume meter there, and it's
Thank you,
like, oh,
Jay.
shit.
I hear you.
Yeah, that was something
to
I
see
noticed,
you,
something new. So,
Are you a long
South
drinker?
Africa
No,
allows
okay. Your camera's locked up.
growing and
Your cup was
personal-
just to your mouth for over 40 seconds. That was pretty unique.
That was probably the refresh you did.
It's all good. It's all good. It's
How
on
is-
Haps. It's
how-
good.
How is it too early for men to cam up? I mean, come on now. All you got to do is like shake your
Yeah,
hair, not
Thomas is-
even.
Thomas
come on.
Tom from West Papua. What's up happening in Papua New Guinea?
Exactly.
Papua New Guinea.
I just watched a documentary about some island in Papua that was like, they supposedly have the best life on the planet, the way they live. Just like the most chillaxed, like most comfortable life on the planet, somewhere in Papua New Guinea, this small village. They live longer, eat better, and life is better for them all the way around.
Thank you, Randy. You just said something and it reminded me the name of the movie. I don't know why. I had watched a movie the other day and I couldn't remember the name of it. So Jesse says, well, what it was about. I said, I forgot. Now I remember. Oh my God.
What is the name of the movie?
Pompeii. I watched about,
Pompeii.
yeah.
Oh,
was a
yeah.
good-
Was it a documentary?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that series on Netflix called Marco Polo. That's a pretty cool series.
Yep.
Is it? I'm gonna have to get into it. I've seen it, but I haven't clicked on it.
I like watching
Yeah,
that
it's,
one where
actually
they
pretty cool.
dig on that island too. Oh my God. I got a migraine.
Minnie Charles, hello and
I
welcome.
can't think of the
I'm
name
actually
of
They dig
that.
on
addicted
an
to
island.
documentaries. I have a bad addiction. I watch a
Yeah.
documentary about anything and everything. I don't care the subject. I just love learning. And I can sit there and spend hours just documentary after documentary after subject.
Just
Yep.
absorbing it as it's being broadcast.
I'm like a sponge.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I said it on
Exactly.
documentaries on Netflix, and then I just kept letting it play whatever it recommended. I went from war to, I don't know, you name it. I went around the planet on every subject you could imagine for days. It was kind of unique.
Yeah.
Well, there's a documentary. I don't know if it's really a documentary, but on History Channel, there's the Pacific
Randy.
War. It's sort of a big side of Band of Brothers. I'm not sure if you watched that, Randy.
I have probably seen similar to that.
and
But
here's
what the
Seamus
most
on there.
apparent documentary about the Pacific region is the actual native people and how they can't afford to live in their own country now.
Yeah.
That's the most shocking thing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Polynesian people, the most nicest, humble people on the planet, can't afford to live in their own country any longer.
Oh yeah, because of all the tourism and stuff that's coming
Oh yeah,
on,
the
and the
people
people
in
that are buying up the
Hawaii.
houses.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah, yeah. That's happening in Canada too. Did you see that documentary about the Canadian house prices in certain neighborhoods where
Oh,
the Chinese
Vancouver, I
people
heard was
come in
that
and
way.
buy house after house after house, and they're driving up the prices of the real estate to the point where the people that are there can't afford to pay the taxes on the houses, so they end up
Oh,
leaving.
yesterday I watched a documentary on the airplane, The Last Black Man in San Francisco.
Hmm.
And his grandfather had built one of those really beautiful homes in the early 1900s. And somehow they lost the house. And a couple generations later, these two guys were going by and helping this old couple maintain it. And I guess they had a family problem and they had to move out. Well, these guys just moved into the house and they just started living in the house. And it was kind of a unique movie or documentary
Oh, that
type
sounds good.
movie.
Yeah.
Well, you
Yeah.
think about the Bay Area, that area, what is it? Like a small home is $1 million plus nowadays.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Where is this?
Yeah.
San Francisco.
Oh, I've never been to Cali.
After the pandemic, go, 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 Italy owns my heart. I hear you. Jay's going to Italy.
Jay, one day, that's me and my son, we travel a lot by cruises and stuff. And both of me and my son are history buffs. So one day we'll get over to Europe.
I have been blessed with
Lived 7
showing up
years in
for the most
Italy.
craziest world event. Go ahead. You've done Italy, Richard?
Hang on, I'm going to go grab a mic.
Yeah, you be aware of this delay that we have. It's down to 10, 15 seconds now. But yeah, when I was in the service, my first time over assignment was over in northern Italy for 2 years, and
Whoa.
came back to the States, went over the Pacific, Philippines, and then after I got married, I went over there for 4 years, and I spent what was it, about 6 months over in Sicily, and actually stood on the beach where Patton landed at Gela.
I'd say you've got a lot of time in Italy. You may be a founder. You've got founder's time in there.
I tell you, if I could afford it, Randy, me and the wife, if we could get a place in northern Italy, I would go in a minute. It's so great. Northern Italy. It's southern Italy's okay. It can be a little dusty and dirty during the summertime and stuff, but northern Italy with the pre-Alps, it's just gorgeous. Venice, that was like
into world events. I went to the Czech Republic 10 days after it became the Czech Republic, when it was still gray.
yeah.
And that was a trip. And then I went to Iraq a week after the war ended, and they changed the government.
Oh,
that
wow.
was wild.
Wow, that's cool.
And then
That's
the day
cool.
the military took over the Philippines and martial law was there, I arrived the same week. I have been to every world catastrophe. It's kind of crazy.
So you work for the government, huh? You're in the NSA or something? Huh?
No, these were just natural events.
Yeah. My friend, he's an old firefighter from Los Angeles. He ended up going to he went to a reunion, like a Pearl Harbor reunion, you know. And while he was there was a volcanic eruption, so he was stuck there for like 2 weeks. And he goes, "This was the best vacation I've ever had." He goes, "I've never got to stay somewhere for that long." So he had a great time.
There's a plane here at the Titusville airport that was in Pearl Harbor, and it was supposed to fly over for the reunion over there.
Jay Opera says, my maternal ancestors are from the mountains outside Torino, Turin. Walt, I just invited you. He said, I'm just having coffee, need to shower. Yeah, I see in your, did anybody watch Walt's broadcast earlier?
No, I was
Not
watching.
He
today.
was in
I've been
the most
outside most of the
hellacious
day.
rain and wind and storm, and it was kind of funny. It was like a BBC hurricane report live from the coast of the storm.
He said crazy weather, I think was one of his titles, something about the weather. But I was watching the movie Mars. So,
Mars.
Is that where the guy gets stuck alone?
yes, it was
Yeah.
a good movie. I've never seen it. It
Oh
was
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Isn't that Val Kilmer or somebody?
Was
He
it
ends up being
Matthew
stuck alone on
McConaughey?
Mars.
Yeah.
Was it that guy? I thought it was Matthew McConaughey,
No,
but I
it
Maybe
was
it
could be
is.
wrong.
Maybe
All
I'm
these
wrong.
space movies are.
it was a black guy that got stuck on Mars. I don't know I'm not good with actors. And
Okay.
then they went and rescued him. 4 of them went and rescued him,
Okay.
and then they got hit by space debris.
Matt Damon, Jay said.
Matt Damon. That's yes.
Oh, Matt Damon.
But it was a good movie. I can suggest it's a good one to watch since we're landing on Mars. Just remember on Thursday.
The Force. The fighter of the Force.
Perseverance.
I guess
Mars is just one more planet.
Saudi
I
Arabia
can
is
dominate.
it's just sending back pictures that they're getting some telemetry now from their probe that well, whatever they call it, it's a satellite orbiting Mars there.
It's a probe.
Probe.
I really
Okay.
can't get into HAPS. I prefer Randy's solo Periscope screen to much more iHaps. Yo, Danny. Yeah, the HAPS thing and the signal thing, we're all just enduring it as best we can. I mean, we're doing it. It's just.
I think there's been an improvement on the signal, Randy. Just to be honest, my picture with the camera change, that's a big improvement. I know there's a delay. I think that's the servers picking up. It's going anywhere from 10 to 15 seconds. I just got done doing a 45-minute broadcast to do the Twitch, HAPS to Twitch, and yeah, the early stages of HAP when I was saying, "Oh, it's your internet." Yeah, it's my internet because other family members are utilizing it. But when nobody's on there and I'm gaming, the picture's stellar as far as it goes.
There's
And
only
I did
one-
get
getting better and better.
There's only one company aiming to go to Mars right now, and that would be SpaceX.
Jimmy says it's not clear.
Starship that they're working on.
App Live Me. Yeah, I hear you.
Starship that they're working on in Texas is for the moon and for Mars.
Okay.
But they've got a long ways to go for that.
Yeah. So
Starship.
No.
I don't even
When-
like the
yeah,
one from
I was
LA
gonna
to
ask you-
Honolulu. I don't need to go to Mars.
Space Gal, do you have the answer to this question? I was wondering, you know how Elon has shown those different models of the different rockets that he's designed, and then he goes up in volume. He goes to these really big, gigantic ones. Is there any kind of does he have any kind of time frames that that he's trying to work around? Or is he already going to just stick to getting this, what is it, Skynet launched, all these mini satellites?
The Starlink is for broadband internet.
Starlink, yeah.
Yeah. Jay,
It's
just
already
FYI,
launched, and they actually have demo accounts available to a few people.
NASA's
okay.
only mission
Hi, Sierra.
now is Artemis, and that will be going to the moon. Otherwise, everything is privatized from now on.
Okay. So his big old Goliath, or that spaceship that he's building, is going to be coming in the future, I guess. That big, because they showed once. I saw a picture of one of SpaceX's big rockets, and it was monstrous
Kathy
compared to the
That's
rest of them.
Starship. That's Starship, which is going to
okay.
be, that's Starship. That you're only seeing the upper section, the upper stage on Starship. You're not seeing the lower stage. So,
Okay.
it's gonna it has to be Artemis. Hang on. Artemis.
Well, just to interject on the Starlink. Starlink was a beta. Now Elon Musk has opened it up to where you can actually get on the waiting list. It's $99 a month for the service, but you have to fork out $500 for the dish, which is a pretty powerful dish. The difference between that and regular satellite, the Starlinks are down about 350, 400 miles above the Earth, where a regular satellite is a couple thousand miles.
They're
up there in
200.
geosynchronous. So
They're 220 miles. They're at the same, and they're at the north and south poles. You can actually see a model of them how they go around the.
Yeah, but it's a lot lower than the regular geosynchronous satellites like Hughes. So the action, from what I'm hearing, is really good.
Yeah, it's LEO orbit. It's
Why is that?
low Earth orbit, which is 220 miles. Yassine,
Well, one night I went outside,
horrible.
and one night I went outside, and it was a really clear night, and I saw this whole string of these little suckers flying overhead, and I was going, Jesus, it's an invasion of aliens. And then I went back in and I got on the internet, and I was looking around, I was thinking, oh, what's this? And then finally I realized, I was thinking, oh, maybe it's a SpaceNet or Skynet thing that was going on. And it was. They were saying, yeah, they should be right over Denmark right now. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. But I panicked because it really looked really bizarre.
Invite, Jay. That's great.
Yeah, and he's going to raise that, Jay. It's going to be quicker. Actually, the latency is amazing with it. And
I already applied for the invite, but it said it's not available in the Philippines.
Well, not yet. It's not available really for anyone. It's just in beta still. That's why only certain people are being asked for it. Like Jay Opera said, but again, you pay the $500 for the equipment, and then it's only $99 a month, and you can go anywhere in the world and be able to. We're not done yet. We have 2 more launches, 17 and 19. 17 is launching tonight. 19 is launching. We have some on the South Pole. They launched there. We already went to the North Pole. But those trails.
So from the looks of it, it looks like it's going to be literally almost like a mesh pattern that's going to be completely covered around the whole Earth. So there's not going to be a place on Earth that won't be covered by satellite communication.
And the difference, because it's unreliable, it's because they're actually moving, or they're geostationary, and they only work in one section, right? But Elon has fixed that because of how many he has up there. There will be not one part of the Earth.
He deployed a lot more, right?
Yeah, there's going to be a whole lot more. And
there's 20. We've already done 20 launches with 90.
Yeah, it's a lot there.
90 on each. Now, mind you, we decommissioned all the ones that were causing the light issue, where you were seeing the trails of them. They deorbited all of them, and now they have a different reflective coating on them, so you won't see them no more.
Oh, they want to go stealth mode, huh? So they can spy on us.
All the people were complaining.
Oh, really? They got complaints about it already.
Very little, no leg. Fingers crossed.
Yep.
Well, like I saw when I saw it, and there was 3, and then 4, and then 5, and I was like, "Whoa, what's going on? These are spaceships coming to Earth."
Well, I mean, you could sign up to watch the ISS pass over, or any other satellites, that pass over. They passing over all the time, believe it or not. The low orbit ones, you can see them all.
I'm just glad it's going to serve underprivileged areas. Yeah, there are more remote places on the planet where the children can't go to school and they're locked up without internet. That's crazy. So I hope this will help the students that really need that for school.
No, that's its whole purpose. That's its bottom line, Randy, as far as getting into rural areas. It's not necessarily to be used for city that already has good internet. It's for the rural areas and for third world countries to get some decent. And right out of the beta here, the uploads, downloads, they just squash Hughes. As far as that's the only one I can think of that's a satellite for, but it's a little on the pricey side because you got to buy the dish and all that. But I've been watching a lot of YouTubes on it as far as people testing it and stuff, and it's very user friendly, easy to set up, and it's going to be a tremendous thing once they get all the satellites up there.
Well, I'm
it's
sure
just
the
phenomenal.
initial cost can be shared by communities all around the world when they need it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's not by the
because
per
if you think
user
about it,
account. In a village of 100
No,
people, you don't
they-
need 100 accounts.
yeah, that's right.
Abraham
because like
from
for
Abha,
example,
Saudi
I
Arabia,
had
welcome.
noticed that even my little I bought one of these Huawei dongles. It's a Wi-Fi dongle, and even that thing has the capacity to run 10 different devices on that one little unit.
Exactly.
And I was
Yeah.
just thinking, wow, the capacity is amazing. So that's what's nice about those other units. They're designed to take multiple devices.
The best one for a live streamer is called Live U. That's what you need is Live U. Randy, you wouldn't have an issue
JP, hello.
if with that. That's what all the people that broadcast out at like Everyday Astronaut, all the stuff that you're seeing in Texas is Live U. There's NASA Spaceflight who broadcasts from the launches that they use Live View. That's what they use. Your news stations, that's what
Right.
they use. Live View. It's a satellite based.
Okay.
I used VSAT during the second Iraq War. It was $34 a month. We broadcast. We had no problems. We put a VSAT on the roof in a neighborhood in Baghdad. It
Right.
worked great.
Oh.
Eddie says, "We love your pup." It is. I love the nose. He's such a great looking dog.
That's awesome, JP. I'm never going to quit.
Yeah, it looks
smoking.
like it looks like a piece of licorice, black licorice.
Jay,
I keep telling him I'm going to bite it.
Jay, it's pricey. It's very, very pricey. It's LIVEU, the letter U. You have to send them an email and then they'll get back in contact with you. They're located in New Jersey.
But at the same time, though, you might have to, if you look at the price of your local carrier compared to that and kind of average it out, it might not be as pricey as most people think, you know?
Yeah, that's probably true.
Reliability, when you're doing a live
Good point,
stream,
Joe.
you want the reliability, but you're talking like $2,000 to purchase the equipment or you rent the equipment. And it's like $2,000 to purchase it. So, and then I don't know what you
But
pay to use it then at that point. I don't know the in-depths of the cost, but I know it's very expensive.
I would
On
search
one of
it
the
on, I would
projects, we
do a
had
real
live
search
internet
online.
satellites on the car that would track. We had amazing speeds anywhere on the planet in a car.
I have satellite in my car.
Yeah. We had moving satellites that automatically tracked. The dish tracked the satellites in the car. It doesn't matter how fast we were going. We never lost signal.
Yep. You're welcome, Jay.
Serena, what's
Yeah, that's
happening?
good.
Good to see you.
Oh, you know what
Let's see,
today
where
is?
that Phil?
I have to give props to myself. Today's my surgiversary for my gastric bypass year. It's been 14
Oh, those are nice little
years.
devices.
14
Yeah.
years.
Congratulations on your surgery, 14
There you
years.
go.
Yeah, that Huawei, those are nice. Does that one
The
have a
Huawei
place where
dongle
you
is
can
amazing.
plug in an Ethernet cable also, or is it only Wi-Fi?
This is basically a mobile Wi-Fi hotspot. So it acts as a dongle.
Yeah, but does
I
it
can
have a
plug it-
place where
I
you can
can
do
plug
an
it
Ethernet
directly.
plug? No, it's okay. It's just
There's
Wi-Fi.
a port
Okay.
right there. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm blowing up.
My brother had one of those gastric bypass surgeries. My oldest brother.
Yeah.
Stephen Penn
but-
McMillan. Your dish
How
got
did
blown
you
off
do?
every time you went over 20.
It didn't do it didn't do very well for him because he went back to his old eating habits, and like doctor said, hey, this is a precautionary system of an operation, but he says you are going to have to adjust your eating habits. And his wife even asked him to come and live with me for a few months because I only eat one meal a day, and I've been doing that for years. And she says, if you go live with Donnie, he lives 10 miles away from any town or any fast food restaurant. You'll be much better off there.
But yeah, it's a lifestyle
And so
change, and it's a tool. Here's my
he
picture.
rejected it.
That's me 14 years ago.
I can't see it. It's like so small on my screen.
Well, y'all have to go back and
Yeah,
look at
I
the.
could see that. I had when I got out of the service.
Oh yeah, I
had
can see it now.
I had the honor, and I was very fortunate to work Endicott, New York. It's the birthplace of IBM, and I got out of the service. I worked up there for 9 years, and my father worked there. And the manager that hired me as a temp, he was big size. I mean, gigantic. And it was 9 years when I left there. My current position, which he was ecstatic of me getting, but I don't talk about that. That's current employment. I don't talk about current employment. I'm gainfully employed. But anyway, I saw him a year or two after I had left, and he goes, "Hey, Rich." I turned around and I'm like, "Who is this?" And then I go, "Mark." I'm like, "Oh my God!" It was like it was just amazing as far as. Yeah, he's retired from IBM now, and he's down there in South North Carolina hitting a golf ball.
I have had two people that have done this, and like you say, I didn't see them for a few years, and I seen them again, and they were almost unrecognizable.
Karen,
they went from triple X down to small, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah, I was 370 pounds, and Karen, mine was all from steroids, and I did eat good, but I had 2 gestational diabetes, and I was still a diabetic, but I'm not anymore.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
Some people can eat and they'll lose it, Karen. I didn't. Even with eating correctly, I still did not lose the weight. And the surgery saved my life. I was on my deathbed, so it needed to be done quickly. So I had no choice in the matter.
Anyway, you did a great job.
Well,
Congratulations.
short,
You're one of the prime examples of the product, the service that works. If you stick to everything, it works. So you did a great job.
Still on the same diet from the, since my surgery.
But did you change your eating habits a lot?
Well, yeah, because I had the full Roux and Y, so I still do not do sugar till this day. I eat what I don't overeat. I eat small meals throughout the day. It's a high protein diet, so I eat mostly, 60 to 90 grams of protein a day. So, and I'm still once a diabetic, always a diabetic, but I'm diet controlled. Yeah, I'm good now. I eat. I can eat anything. I don't eat sweets. I'm not a sweet eater. Never was. So that was a good thing. My thing was junk food that I used to crave from all the steroids that I got. I used to munch. I never was satisfied. And I have now, if I have chips, I have a couple and I'm done. I just don't have, I don't have cravings now. All my cravings were from steroids before.
Whoa.
So
well,
now
at least you're only fat. You can fix fat. Thank God you weren't ugly.
Thank you, Randy.
That's a compliment underhanded, Thank God you were only fat. You're still beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. The only thing my surgery wouldn't cover was skin removal. And if I had skin removal, I would probably even be 20 to 30 pounds lighter, believe it or not. So, yeah, you have to mentally be ready, right? But you also have to remember, even afterwards, it's a lifestyle change. And the tool is always there. Even if you screw up and you gain your weight back, the tool is there. You can actually lose the weight still because the tool's always there. So that's what people forget. They just don't want to go, they want to eat what they used to eat. So
Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and step down here. I got to get my day started here. It's good being in the broadcast here with y'all. Y'all
We
have a great one.
appreciate you, Richard.
And we'll
Happy
talk-
Valentine's to you and your best one.
Yes. Y'all take care.
you too. So and,
Take
and
it
my
easy, Richard.
and my two vices. This is one vice, and I'm sorry, y'all. I won't give this up. This is my stress reliever. I don't drink alcohol anymore either. A lot of people go back to drinking alcohol, which is probably one of the worst things because you pick up
Alcohol.
OCDs. That's one of the big things is you do pick up OCDs.
Earl
And one
Ethan
of them is
Allen saying hello
alcohol.
from Jubail. What's up? Eddie, how do I talk to each one?
Just click on it.
How do you talk to
Oh.
somebody? You have to be on Haps to do
Apps.
that. You would have to be here on this app, HAPPS.TV, and then you would put at and their name and you could talk to them.
You know, you just click on the box and you hit reply now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've been
Yeah,
experimenting.
I tried the invite.
Did it work good for you?
Yeah, because before I tried to use the, where you hover over the person's name in the chat and then you invite them from there. Well, the other times that I had tried it, it didn't work, but yesterday it worked perfect. So
That's
I'm pretty
great.
happy about that.
Chef Daddy, hello.
Everyone that I know that quits smoking gains weight, and that is one of my fears. Is I won't have that. as
Hey,
my
you can't
stress
say
reliever.
that. That's still too generalized. I stopped smoking and I didn't gain a pound.
That's
I didn't
you,
gain
but
any weight.
everyone that I know that's quit smoking has gained enormous amount of weight. Everyone that I know. So, and I'm afraid I'll eat.
That's because they have no
for-
willpower.
Well, yeah, and I'm afraid I'll eat. Yes, Haps.tv. I'm afraid I'll eat as a stress reliever. So
A friend of mine switched cigarettes out with strippers. He's much happier and healthier.
a stripper wouldn't help me, I don't think.
I'm only joking. It's how you want to conceive it. Have a good one, Richard. Thank you, man.
Bye.
Haps.tv. Yes, Edie.
Yeah.
That's it. Here, let me give you my invite. You can join with anybody. Never mind. Just say
I
Haps.tv.
quit cold turkey. But I thought about chewing that tobacco gum or that nicotine gum, and then I tried a little bit of it. And I just go, oh God, this is terrible. I don't want to do this.
I tried
So
that.
I just quit cold turkey.
I did quit before I had my surgery. I did, but I had a lot of issues.
Maybe I gigolo.
I had really bad side effects
Thank you
from
for
my
the Stay
surgery.
Safe Award, Ethan. Earl, thanks.
So I went back to smoking from the stress. So I had to have surgery.
That's the excuse my ex-wife uses too. She goes, "Oh, it helps me relieve my stress," and I go, "You just got to stop drinking coffee too." She goes, "Oh no, I can never give that up."
No, that's
So
what
she
actually,
hypes up with a coffee and mellows out with a cigarette.
but
Kelly, what's up?
that's the only thing that I could get down was warm liquids because I had these things called strictures where the opening of my pouch actually closed, and they had to go in for I guess about 11 months total
Billy
of
D.
stretching
Kelly
it
D.
open to train it to stay open. I got to 115 pounds from 350 pounds the day of surgery to 115 pounds in 11 months. So I was very sick throughout. I was really sick. I should never have lost that much weight in that short of a period. So
I think people
Kelly, you were invited.
could do it without the gas bypass. I know
Well,
my
It
brother
can
could
be
have done it
done.
because he
You're right
played
about that.
football.
It
But
can be done that way.
his was well. I was going to say my brother's whole situation was he was a plumbing contractor, so he was constantly on the road, and his wife didn't cook. She was a terrible cook, so his only option was to eat food from a restaurant, and or fast food restaurants and stuff. So it was like a constant thing where he was just completely bombarded. I remember driving down a street one day in Los Angeles and seeing that there was a Taco Bell on one corner of the traffic light, and on the other corner there was another Taco Bell, and I was thinking, how can that happen? You know, two Taco Bells on either side of the street. It was
But I
like bizarre.
but I
And
can
then
eat
my
fast
friend told me
food,
he lived in that area. He goes,
but
because the
I
guy who bought the place, he said the
So
guy
go
who
ahead.
bought the place that was a different type of thing, he basically came back and he says, yeah, it costs less to operate this particular chain than this chain. So he turned them both into Taco Bells. I go,
yeah.
wow. So yeah,
Yeah, Tina, and some of us can,
people
but
are
I did try. I was under a doctor's supervision, and I also had different types of surgery because I had sleep apnea and I stopped breathing 156 times an hour and couldn't be titrated to CPAP.
yeah.
I had congestive heart failure. So I was really on my deathbed. Like and the choice was to have the surgery because I wasn't losing it quick enough underneath the supervision of the doctors for a year.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. My brother had sleep apnea too. That was
yeah,
a terrible thing because he actually, because he was working on the road,
Dan, man,
he'd fallen asleep a couple times at the wheel, behind the wheel of the car, and I
Yep.
said, yeah, that's really dangerous.
Yep, and I did that too. And I came off the road and I stopped driving. And my father picked my kids up and dropped my kids off all the time. So
Yeah.
But I
Well,
didn't gain weight.
think about the society though, that since the fast food restaurants have come about. Think about the difference in society since fast food restaurants have been a thing of our near term. The past like 30 or 40 years, you could go back in time and look at pictures of crowds of people back in the 1920s and 30s, and no one was big. It was like
You don't
had
have to go
a
back that far.
carnival or
I
something.
remember showing up in California in the early 80s, and there was no fat people. In Southern California in the early 80s, nobody was fat.
It's what they put in the food. It's the things that they add into the food now
Moby
to
Dick,
make
what's
it
up?
last longer and everything.
When you don't cook for yourself, you can easily get big. Yeah.
Yes, and I eat
I
fast
think
food.
when you don't cook for yourself, you can easily get big.
I eat fast food.
Do you cook for yourself?
I do. I am an amazing cook. I love to cook, but we will eat fast food. Okay. And nothing, I don't use salt. I do a lot of cooking on my broadcast too. But one of the problems is you can still make the right choices. And it's the amount of food
Can I make a disclaimer before we continue? If there's anybody on Haps who's watching this now or watching a replayer, we are not fat shaming any individuals whatsoever. And if you're putting on this on your back and then come at me later trying to accuse me of shaming you, this is purely people talking about their health problems.
Yeah.
So please do not put this on your back or anyone.
Yeah.
No, not at all. And again, I can't eat broccoli because I get no nutritional value out of broccoli since my surgery. I get nothing out of broccoli. Vegetables, I get nothing from them. I don't need them. I need protein to survive because of my.
Does anybody get anything out of broccoli? I don't know.
Iron. It's a dark green vegetable, so you get your iron, your calcium, and potassium from that, or your dark greens. But for me, I don't get nothing nutritional out of it. I will actually get I have to have protein. Everyone needs protein. That's what keeps you full.
Quick
So
question. Copenhagen, Denmark. What is your Copenhagen? What is the number one friendly or comfort food there? What do people go for when they want to just grab something other than a burger? I mean, what do they grab?
If you're out and about and you're around the town, there's something that's been around for many, many years, and they're called pølsevogn. It's basically hot dog stands. So
Okay.
that's something that's been part of the culture in Denmark for many, many years.
see, and I'll
You
eat
know,
a
these little
hot
hot
dog,
dog
but I
stands.
won't eat the bread. So I'd stay away from the carbohydrates because carbohydrates turn into sugar. So that's me being a
Moby
diet.
Dick says spirulina. I can't pronounce that. Is that a Denmark thing? Spirula?
Spirulina.
Spirulina. I can't
I'm not
pronounce
seeing the comments for some reason.
it. Really, it's from Twitter. It's SPIRULLNA.
But a raw diet, you need meat, you need protein, you need very high protein. Protein is what keeps everyone full. If they ate protein, they would stay full. People eat Chinese food, they eat all that rice. What happens after you eat Chinese food? You're starving 2 hours later. Why? Because you ate all that carbohydrates. Carbohydrates don't keep, there's good ones and
Complex
bad ones.
Spirulina. She spelled it out.
Spirulina. Yeah, spirulina.
Oh,
Spirulina.
Randy. Yeah, it's called spirulina. It's basically algae that's been dried. It's a dried algae, and it's it's something
seaweed.
that's got every single known compound in it.
Right.
Spirulina is just basically blue-green algae that's been dried, and it's put into a powder form, and
Right.
you can take it in. You could take it in tablets, or you can, sprinkle it on your food.
Right.
Yeah.
But then I would have to resort to shakes, and I don't keep those down. They do a boomerang effect on me. Protein shakes I can't keep down. So I've learned to take it in food, and I just stick with meats. That's how I get my protein in. Meat.
Yeah, meat, eggs, fish, chicken.
Eggs, fish. Yeah. Yep.
excuse me 1 second. I have to go to the
Yeah, I've been
giant
eating one meal a day for like 30 years now. So I did it because I came from, my mom used to cook us 3 meals a day when we were little kids, I have
Yeah.
I've got to
3
hit
older
the bathroom.
brothers
I'll
and
be right
an
back.
older sister.
Stitch. Leave it. Yeah.
What?
No, my son is huge. My daughter's huge, and they seen what I went through. All the issues, the problems that I have, and my son eats good. You know what my son's problem is? I know what my son works at 7-Eleven, which is one of the worst places he could work because he munches.
That's not food.
No, it's not. And
It's just, God damn, that's the worst stuff on the planet. It's like I say to people too. I said I'm trying to get people to stop going to Starbucks and going to Krispy Kremes and take that money and invest it into cryptocurrencies. They'd be doing their future a big. They'd be doing their bellies a big favor, and they'd be doing their pocketbooks a big favor.
I use a little bit of Splenda. I use a little bit of Splenda, and I use a little bit of cream. I don't use flavored creamers because those have sugar in them. I don't like them. Number one, number two, and Starbucks. Hell no. I have a T-shirt that says "Friends don't let."
I don't like Starbucks because it's so freaking expensive.
I have a
T-shirt. The first time I went to Starbucks, they wanted $5 for a cup of coffee. I said, no, thanks.
Yep. If I'm at Disney Springs, my only place is Starbucks, but I get Tivana tea there. So, who Indian? Is who Indian?
It's too Indian.
Is he Indian? They're asking. Is who Indian?
Is he Indian? Am I Indian? No, I'm not Indian. I'm American, but I live in Denmark. No, I eat one meal a day because my mom, she used to cook 3 meals a day for us when we were growing up.
My
But
son,
when I moved out of the house and I was working, I just decided that I would only eat 1 meal a day because it was more convenient, and I saved money and I saved time. I didn't have to think about where I was going to eat all day. I just
My-
made sure that I was going to eat a big meal after 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I've done it ever since.
my son is American, but he works for Indians and he eats a lot of Indian food. I think because I said 7-Eleven. So people just assume all Indians are at 7-Elevens, which is so
Oh,
I won't even make that comment. That's really
somebody's being a troll.
that's just I know. My son's uncle used to own 7-Elevens. Actually, here in Florida, he owned 5 of them. Too bad he still doesn't, or my son would have been running them. And he was American.
By the way, what was this 1 meal a day you're eating? What is the quantity?
Anything I want, as much as I want.
I mean, do you have a
The
standard
doctor,
thing?
the last time I
mean,
was in the doctor's office. Well, I think that I've started to kind of like slowly, gradually go over to more like my meat. My portions are more meat than they are vegetables in most cases. Or like I have a bigger,
John, hello.
normally I have a bigger portion of meat than I would a vegetable. But then I can switch that up and I can go and eat a huge salad, and that's just my meal. I like eat literally a big old huge bowl of salad, and that's my whole meal. So I don't really stick to anything specific. I stay away from carbs most of the time, though.
All right.
And dairy products.
Um,
I don't eat very many dairy products at all.
hey, Mom, you say it's not a real job, but my son makes really good money. So for working at a 7-Eleven, and it's a walk to his job. And he don't need to do anything else. Our bills are paid, and we're
Knowing where
good.
Moby Dick is from,
Mm,
their region and their culture, it is considered the way she talks.
well,
Because
she also
I'm just telling you, from the region they're at, people, those kind of jobs, people wouldn't work at.
right. You're
They
American
actually
son
hire
works for
foreigners to work
Indians in
there.
his own country. They're American, dude. They're American. Their nationality is Indian, but they're American. They've lived here for 30 years. They're
Yeah, but see,
American.
where Moby Dick is from,
They're
you
U.S.
cannot get the
citizens.
nationality. You see, you're getting angry because you don't understand the cultural differences.
I
Some people
understand,
does
but he's
no. I'm saying people don't
stereotyping.
allow you to become. They in many countries you're born Chinese. You don't. You're not allowed to become Chinese. Do you know what I mean? So when the people of different cultures speak that way, you immediately get defensive. But you don't understand in other cultures.
Defensive, yeah.
Yeah, they don't really. They think of it that way, and it's just the way they've always been because they just don't. You don't move to China and become Chinese. You
Right.
don't move to North Korea and become
Yeah.
North Korean.
Right.
So that's the mentality of most of the world. The few countries that are melting pots, it's a totally different thought from the rest of the world. You have to understand the world thought process from each country and how they think. You can't put your conviction of
Yeah.
everybody's welcome on the backs of somebody else who wants to stay pure in their nation. Whether
Right.
it's good or bad doesn't make a difference. Your culture cannot be inflicted upon others.
Do I want my son to work somewhere
That's right.
else? My son can sit next to Randy and be able to help work with Randy. I can guarantee you he could, because that's my son is so
Don't take it defensive. She's only razzing you. I know her personally.
my
She's not
my
from here,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
nearby.
my son is so smart. He should be an engineer. He should be a doctor. He should be in internet securities in the mainframe world.
You know, I was at the Conrad Hotel, which is like 6-star hotel in Manila 2 days ago. And this very well-to-do Philippine couple came in. I don't know what island they were
That's
from, but
open
they came in
borders.
for a weekend holiday. And the manager at the Conrad Hotel, or the concierge, I guess he was a Western guy he could have been from the UK or France. But the couple was offended because a Filipino was not working at that job. And I was sitting there and it was quite amusing. And I was watching these two people get upset. And they're upset because here they came in their own country to stay at this beautiful resort, and the concierge does not speak their language. So I've seen it on all sides how it works. Yeah. And I was kind of going, I understand things a little differently now.
Dan, can I ask you a question where our borders are open? Because you do have to have ID to cross our borders. I mean, and in other countries, there aren't borders either. You could go from country to country very freely. So maybe.
No, most of the world you cannot.
Well, I have friends that go from border to borders and they drive with no problems. A lot of countries don't. I mean, they're over in, I have a friend in Germany.
Yeah, that's the EU. That's considered one country, and now the countries are now considered states. It's just worded differently.
Go ahead.
Can I address that thing that Moby Dick just said about smart people don't work in supermarkets? I know a guy who has got a PhD and he's working in a supermarket here in Denmark. And you know why? Because he makes the same amount of money that everybody else is making at almost every other service industry job. And he can't get a job in his own industry that he's been trained for with his PhD. So when you say stupid stuff like that, that's just kind of ridiculous. And another thing too is like when you talk about the generalization of seeing a person who might be of Indian descent behind the counter of a 7-Eleven, in California, that might be a common thing. But across the United States, you're going to see every person under the sun from every background in working in a 7-Eleven.
And most people don't make it. Let me tell you, by my son being there
for Mary of London, happy Valentine.
4 years now, he's in the same job. No one is there that long. No one.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah, you may not understand. A guy in a supermarket in the U.S., these people are, depending on your position, you can be making $50,000, $100,000, $200,000 a year, depending on where you're at in a supermarket. So it's not the same as other countries.
And my daughter started in a Wendy's, making minimum wage in Georgia, which is what's the federal minimum wage. And now she makes $70,000+ a year and never left the food industry because my daughter worked away from the bottom. The time she was 19 years old, she was the youngest manager in the Wendy's Corporation in the world.
Moby Dick is just razzing you. I know her.
I'm just saying. Then she went to the pilot.
If I didn't know her, I know what she's doing. Okay.
But no. What I'm just saying. Then she went to
Moby,
pilot.
lighten up on people. You're stressing people out on Valentine's Day, girl.
I am.
Not you, no, Moby. Oh. It's actually not a guy. It's a girl, and I know who she is. And she's just, what did you call it?
There you go.
She's stirring the pot really hard.
Right, Dan, a manager. That's what people don't understand. And my son is happy. And
Thank you for the Karen Watterson. Wow, what a great broadcast award. Appreciate that.
Yeah. And
let's see, Moby Dick is smiling. I know what she's doing. She's only playing with you guys.
But my son don't want debt. My son doesn't want debt from school. That's his thing. He don't want school debt.
Anyway, don't take everything defensive. She's having fun. Look at her now. Happy Valentine's.
But it's just the point of my son makes very good money. So he's got a very good boss that pays him very well.
Mary London said, my niece started waitressing. She's now a lawyer for our prime minister. Cool.
Yeah. And when he's ready,
guy has no personality. If he does not get hired with a PhD, he's overqualified.
Right.
She's just playing. Yeah. Some people get offended. Use manners neither where you're from. Yeah, manners are is he single? Manners are
Who? My
everybody
son?
has a
Of course
different
he's
culture.
single.
I live 37 minutes away from Mims. Is
Is
it
it
worth
worth
visiting?
visiting?
Mims.
Um,
Nasser, what is Mims?
Mims, you're in Florida? Where are you in Florida? If you don't mind me asking, Mims is very country, but the Buddhist temple is there with the largest Buddhist statues. If that's the reason you're going there, there's nothing else there. You're better off coming to Titusville.
Boris Johnson, that crook.
Really, Mary of London will not be razzed by you. Mary has a good sense of spicy humor also. It doesn't matter if you like to clean, be a maid. It doesn't matter. Tina said, "Yeah, you can be anything you want to be. Don't worry about it. Don't take it so personal. I think it's kind of funny
I'm
the
not
way
taking it
today.
personally. It's just my northern side that I'm not taking it personally.
Uh,
You'll
I
know
remember
when I'm
growing
pissed
up.
off.
The closer your friend, the worse name you could call them. You know.
Well, yeah.
My neighbor makes burgers, the multimillionaire.
Since I came here,
Yeah.
you never left Florida. Yeah, I leave Florida, but only on cruise ships. I love it
Really
here.
love this kid. Nasser Alinese. Oh, what's up,
Yeah.
Alinese?
I've been to Florida once in my life on a cruise ship because I was working on the cruise ship doing construction work. And it ended up in Florida for a short period of time because they had to change some mechanical parts on it. So they had to literally pick them up in Florida. But then we went down to Louisiana after there. And it was a nice trip because I was working on the ship. So I had access to all of the food 24 hours a day.
Yep.
And I was like, I could cruise through the kitchen in the middle of the night and grab myself something to snack on. And it was a lot of fun.
That's like when I was
Working on a
in
ship
young. I worked as a banquet houseman at the Opryland Grand Hotel, and we did the night shift. And the chef would at the 5-star restaurant in the hotel would always let us night guys have some of his gourmet cooking. Oh my God, I've had some of the best cooking in my life. Being a banquet houseman, our job is just to stack chairs and tables and put pretty cloths on them. But I remember that was the first time I'd tried a white, creamy seafood Newburg. I was never going to quit that job in my whole life after that. If he could just give me that once a week, I would work there till I died.
My culture on eating has changed from, well, I always ate a lot of things that I've never tried, but I've even tried more stuff cruising because I get to go to other countries and I love to eat their local food. I love to try everything wherever I go. As long as it's not spicy, I can eat it. So
Yeah, I can't do the heavy spicy anymore.
my ulcer just does not allow it, and that's it. That's all it comes down
Mr.
to.
Nasser Al-Nazi. What's up, Mr. Al-Nazi? Hala Habibs. Keval Hal.
My friend is actually moving to Mims next week, I think.
Brooksville, Florida. Oh my
Bluegrass show,
God.
sadly.
Brooksville is great, but don't move there because they got sinkholes.
Brookville's tiny. That's north of Port Richey. That's so tiny.
Yeah, and Glenn, Jesse's dad lived in Spring Hill, which was larger. They were right next door to each other, Brooksville.
Isn't Brooksville where the guy went to sleep and never was found again?
Correct. That's where
the ground opened up and swallowed his bedroom.
Correct.
Yeah.
Wow.
The wife said she was thinking about her divorce anyway, so it helped her out.
Out of the oven.
Yeah, marhaba.
I got to go take the chicken out of the oven.
All right.
All right. See you. Thank you for being here with us. Please come anytime. We
Bye,
enjoy
Jimmy.
the fun little banter talking with you. We appreciate your goodness, sir.
See you guys. Have fun.
Bye-bye.
Hello from San Francisco, Chris Rossetti. What's up, Mr. Chris
what's
Rossetti? I love Chris's the way he talks. He's such a pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's weird.
Damn
This
the
thing's not
man.
working.
Just hit the X on the top
I
right.
can't exit the room. Yeah, but it's not working. It's not like responding.
Uh-oh.
Oh well. Can you take
I
me
had the
out, Randy?
same- I don't know how.
Uh,
Where do I kick him out?
You go into the invite menu, and then you press on the uninvite, and then
Okay,
it'll
let me
push me
go
out
and
of the room.
uninvite you. There we go. Let's try that. Okay, I forgot about that part. Yeah, uninvite. Okay, bye. I think I uninvited him.
See ya.
That didn't work.
hey, Dan,
I
when are you
uninvited
Yeah, but
coming over to
I can see the stream on. I can see the
Dan?
stream on my other phone, and it did work.
Let me try it. But you didn't leave, right? But I uninvited you.
Yeah, but he
Yeah,
has
I'm
to
still here.
exit out.
Hello.
He may just have to power his
I wonder
phone
why
down.
this is not working.
That's funny. Yeah, he's been uninvited. Now he's stuck. Anyway, you can't have any chicken. Be quiet. Come back.
Yeah, swipe out of the app. It's frozen, maybe.
This is great. I can't uninvite you and you can't leave.
Karen, you
Kick
don't
it,
have
Dan.
option to that menu on mobile. You only have that option on the desktop version.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know what to do.
I'm still here.
Well, there's a glitch. Oh, we're supposed to document these, Alicia.
Yeah, but it's his phone. It's you when you uninvite him, all that will do is when he leaves, he can't come back into the broadcast. That's what uninvite does.
Oh, it doesn't make him go away?
No.
Okay.
No, it does. It does. It does make me go away
It should stop you from joining.
because I've done it before.
Oh, that may have been a. What about if you click on the little person? I don't know if that does anything.
What, click on him again?
No, the little
he
head
came-
in the corner.
Okay, come back away.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, he's.
I
If
think
he
he's
just
just turned his signal off or something.
I was just going to say he could turn his Wi-Fi off. That would probably be the quickest way to end it. Oh, he's frozen now.
Okay, what's it? Oh.
Oh. What happened? Yeah, we can see him. Turn your Wi-Fi off. Try turning your Wi-Fi off. That would probably be the quickest way for him to disconnect. Is turn the Wi. Just lay the phone down. Bring us with you.
I figured that I was an invited guest that I can't come up on the screen. ABS, I can't change that. Really? I don't know what's going on now. What is this app? Nasser Al Nazi. This app is called HAPS, HAPPS.TV. It's a beta app, so there will be problems. Donald said I had to restart my phone. Good deal. Yeah, this just happens, man. It's a beta app, and every phone has a little weirdness about it, so it's hard to make it for every phone.
Yeah.
I know on some apps on my iPhone, I can't touch the X. Have you noticed that on your phone? Some of the buttons don't work on different apps.
Randy, I'm having a lot of problems with my apps. I even lost all my content on one of my apps, which they can't even help me get back. I'm so mad. All the progress. I color. When I have migraines, I sit and I color. And I've been working on it a year coloring in this, and it's all gone. I have to start all over again.
You sure it's not in your iCloud?
No, it was hooked to my Facebook, so it should save my progress because and then when the app it crashed and I had to delete it and reinstall it, and I should have just been able to hook to my Facebook and everything still be there because it saves on their side through the Facebook app, and it didn't. I'm in contact with them. They're working. They're trying to help me. I've done everything that they've told me to do so far, and I haven't gotten it back. But I just have to
Yeah,
double.
when YouTube switched over, I was dumb and I forgot to claim my account. I lost so much stuff that I can't get, touch, or do anything with.
Yep. So
It was my fault, though. I neglected to do what they told me to do every month. Oh, I'll do it later. Oh, I'll do it later. They kept sending me the reminder. You better do this. You better do that. And, they always sent it to me when the last thing I wanted to do was talk to YouTube.
right. Yeah, Karen. So on mobile, if should just be able to hit the X and then the in broadcast will pop up. You have a coloring. Yeah, Karen, I have it on my iPad, and my son actually got me an Apple Pencil 2 Christmases ago. And I absolutely love my pencil. And that's what I use to color with and stuff. So it's called Color Me. It's the one I have. And everything is free. I don't have to pay for not nothing. There is thousands upon thousands upon thousands of things to color. And you get a daily photo too to color. I had like,
Alicia, do I have your phone number? Have I called you before?
yes, Randy.
Oh, I'm going to send you a message. I'll explain something to you.
Yep.
Let me look it up. I know I had it.
Hang on. I can always.
Okay. Oh, I sent you a message a few days ago. I said, "Are you awake?" You didn't respond.
Where?
Just a text message.
No, I didn't get it.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me test now. See if you get one. I'm sending it from God. I don't know what number. Let's see.
I have
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Yes, that's it. I got it.
Okay, maybe the other one. I had my SIM card from Philippines, and I didn't have enough data to send it.
Okay. Yeah. I was, and a couple of days ago, like I said, I had a migraine for 3 long days, and I actually couldn't deal with it anymore. I went to the doctor, and they gave me a shot, and then I got my migraine pills, and I did great up until yesterday when my neighbor started at 11 a.m. and went till 6 p.m. removing a piece of, the side light glass, Randy, that's next to
Uh-huh.
a door. He was using a pry bar and a hammer. And then he took it out and didn't know how to get it back in. Literally took the whole window frame out. He didn't just take the glass out. He took the whole entire frame. Like, and
Okay. Don't read that message out loud, but now you know.
Yeah, I have a few like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just the way it is,
Yeah.
Been around 4 or 5 years, always been that way.
Yeah, I have a few that way.
And the harder you push, the harder they they just play with it on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Shep Daddy, why would he took the frame out?
Look. This is what they did. Literally, the whole entire frame was taken out.
Who did this?
And mind you, and I'll show you what it looks like.
Who did that?
My neighbor, and that's what it looks like. Now, mind you, if you go on the inside, there's a piece of molding, and you take that molding out and you would just pop your glass in. And they said, "Oh no, that's not how you do it. You have to take the whole thing out." I'm there like, you're and his wife, she was that's what, oh my God. Like, and they asked me last night when I was coming out there, they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry about all the noise and everything. We're having a little bit of problems here." And I said, "Yeah," I said, "my migraine's back, so thanks a lot." And I walked away. I was rude as fuck because I was pissed. And I've taken 3 pills and it's still not gone. Well, it's better now. I just taken another one. It's better now. I don't know. I wish I knew why he took the frame out. I would end when I tap on and broadcast. Told Peter and Pablo about it, as I am not the only one who can't end their broadcast. What device do you have?
Actually, sometimes it's just the where the button is located on the device. It's not picking up. You have to recalibrate your screen sometimes also.
See, I have an iPhone. I don't do that. Do you recalibrate your iPhone?
You can, yes. You can calibrate it.
Oh,
There's an app in there to calibrate the screen, the touch part.
who are you
What do you
asking?
do for a living, if you don't mind me asking? Nasser El-Nazi. I'm a business development director at a communications and security company. I've been working in your great country for over 20 years, Mr. Nasser El-Nazi. I know many El-Nazi. Anyway, I won't go deep into it. I know your tribe. I know your
Hey,
family.
Grant.
I know your cousins. Quick hi, nature wake up, give me back to the Z's. I hear you, Grant. iPhone 12 Pro Max.
Oh,
I got the 12, but I didn't go Pro Max. I just got the regular 12, and I have a lot of problems. Many apps don't work right. And I never had that problem with an iPhone before. This is the first time I got an iPhone, and many apps don't work right.
it's because of our update that we did. And until we get that 0.1 of our update, we've had major issues with our apps. It
Yeah,
was
mine have
such
been
a
terrible.
bad update. It's affecting all. It affects our phones. Oh my God! It is affecting my iPad. It's horrible, horrible. I can't stand it. I usually wait until the 0.1 comes out to do the update, but I did it like a dumbass. That's all I can say.
I
So
do them always just to see what happens.
the 14.5, I think, is going to be the next one to come out.
Yes, yep, Daddy. My iPhone 12, I've had so many problems. Jimmy Reds. I had to restart my phone to exit. The button did not respond at all. Yeah, I've had the same problem. It's not you. It's just some of the phones. My 12 does that. I had to actually restart it the other day to do the same
It's
thing.
this software update that we just did, the 14.4
Yeah, that's
software.
why everything went wrong.
Yep, that's exactly the issue. And HAPS really was a major issue. My iPad seems to work better with HAPS. So, but if you follow, I'll put it in the chat. You can follow this guy, and he is amazing YouTuber to follow, and he goes over
Oh, I
everything.
like that guy.
Oh yeah, he's amazing. He's the best ever when it comes to Apple updates on every single device there is. So yep. I knew it as soon as I installed it. Within 24 hours of it, that it was an app. It was an update up from iPhones because it was affecting all my apps, even text messages. One of them, with my last phone, I was having cell problems. They finally fixed that. That took like 4 updates. So
She lost a lot of her contacts. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt. I used to have this app that would merge all my contacts from Apple to Android, and I had it on the iPhone. And now when I reinstall it on the 12, it don't work. It doesn't add my Android contacts anymore.
just call Apple and ask them. They'll help you, walk you through it, Randy.
Yeah, I had to give them you send them a message on that help thing and they get back through you. I just hadn't been in the mood to play with it.
Yeah, they'll help you with it.
You know, I had an app that I paid for just to make sure I could have both contacts always sync, and the damn thing don't work.
Karen, I probably have 100 plus apps, and let me tell you, it's affecting 3/4 of them.
Man, you sound like me. I got so many apps, it makes me angry, but I need a little part of each one of them.
Yes, I do too. And mine uninstall when I don't use them. They'll uninstall at least. But then, of course, when they uninstall, that's when I need it. Then I'm uploading it again. So my son gets so mad at me. He said, I don't know why you have so many stuff on your phone. Because that's what I want. So, yeah, Karen, I use a lot of apps. A lot of apps. It's horrible. And my son gets on me. I'm telling you, my son gets on me. I have every single page full.
What is going on? My app just said I arrived in Saudi Arabia today. I arrived yesterday.
Because you just
Why is
hooked
it?
up. Did you just hook up to Cell?
I don't know what happened. I have this quarantine ID thing,
Oh,
and I just went to press the button, and now it says you just arrived.
oh no.
I didn't just arrive.
Yeah,
Hey
but
man, I arrived.
I have
What is
mine
this?
purposely set up that way because I don't use a lot of them except for sometimes when I'm vacation or things like that. Had with her Apple. Apple couldn't even figure it out. After 3 to 4 hours on the phone, over a week, they sent her a free case for her phone for her trouble. But what was her problem? My son probably could have fixed it. My son jailbreaks. And you know how, hey, Randy, you know when you brick a phone,
Yeah, I don't like to do that.
my son can unbrick them, if that tells you something about my son and technology. So he needs a job with Apple, and he's been applying since he's like 15 years old. He actually, when he had problems with his phone one time, he called them. They let him actually go into the software and change some of the coding in the software because they actually trusted him to do it. So because he knew what he was talking about. Time machine problem. Oh, you're talking about Randy.
Man, I may have to go in a minute. I made a mistake. I pressed something and now it says I arrived today. I arrived yesterday. This is
Maybe.
the second time it's gave me the wrong date. I got to get on the phone and call this Ministry of Health and try to get some help.
Oh
If it
wow.
keeps changing the day I arrived, I'll never get out of the house.
How long do you have to stay in, Randy?
3 days. And Tuesday I get a COVID test and I'm free to go. But now it just reset my date that I arrived just now today. No, I arrived 2 days ago.
Well, you set the day you set your COVID test up, right?
Yeah, they'll be able to see that. I was already
Yeah.
here. Hopefully, when I get there, they'll figure it out. This is ridiculous. Every country in the world has these great apps that don't work. Or they
Correct.
may work, but I don't understand how they work. They don't do what you think they would do.
Yeah, his began when he touched down at home in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, when I touched down, they said you got to download this app. They gave me a paper. So I'm driving home. I pull in at the gas station. The app says it's downloaded. So I said, oh, I'm getting some gas. I'll go ahead and fill it out. I fill it out, and then I look down, and it registered that I lived at the gas station.
Oh,
It
well,
didn't tell me I needed to wait till I get home.
yeah, because it GPS'd you.
And then it said, oh, you cannot change your location for 24 hours. So just now I thought, I'll go ahead and turn it on and give my real address. Now it says, oh, you just arrived home.
That's
It took me.
yeah.
So I've been at the gas station for 16 hours and I just got home. It's 30 minutes from here. What have I been doing at the gas station in the middle of nowhere for 16 hours?
Well, they'll see that you made a mistake to try to do it because you were sitting and getting gas and stuff. So, well, maybe they don't need to know you were getting gas and you stopped somewhere.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Oh, my Lord.
This is like the third time I've made a mistake on this silly app.
But you have Earl, right? You have Earl. And you get food brought to you, right, Randy?
Yeah, they'll bring me dinner and lunch. I mean, breakfast and dinner. I just have to fend for myself at lunch. If I called them, they would probably do something, but I don't want to bother the guy. Won't hurt me to skip a meal.
Because I know that you used to go somewhere there to pick it up in the morning, right? When you.
Yeah, but they closed that when the COVID started, and they said no, we'll just bring it to you.
Oh,
They don't want everybody going to the kitchen during COVID.
is that part of you living there that they do that, or you
Yeah,
pay?
your meals are included, but they're not joyous meals. You've seen them.
Yeah, no, I've seen them.
They're not nice. I mean, they're
The chicken breast that you were eating, it had no flavor or something to it that day. I was laughing hysterically.
it tastes like they took a chicken breast, rolled it in sand, and then cooked it.
Oof.
It was nasty.
Maybe you
Well,
should
Miss Alicia, we've had a good fun thing here tonight. We're
Yeah,
like
we
1,600 on Haps, 579 on another one.
Oh
We're
my
over
God.
a couple thousand tonight.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm seeing. Oh wow. Damn. I think I'm on Perry. I don't know if you are.
I
I
don't
think
know what I'm on. I just pressed it. I probably am. I think I'm on YouTube and Perry.
I turned my Twitch off because I don't want to get into trouble with that.
Yeah, I turned off the Twitch too. I don't want to get in trouble. Every time I boot up, I have to turn it off.
Yeah, my Twitch and my I think my Twitch and my YouTube I turn off when I go in. And
Do you still make money with Twitch?
I haven't broadcast since I came here, since December 24th. I think I streamed that morning on Twitch and I haven't been back.
I make more in Twitch in 2 days than 1 month here.
Well, Randy, I don't make money like that over there because I don't have that many followers. And when I first began, I popped $200 out, in the first month. And then all my subscribers, they have to resubscribe every single month. And
yeah, I miss I'm probably going to get a little I'm spreading my stuff out a little bit more.
yeah, I'm
And,
here. I'm happy. I'm
I
almost.
like Haps, but I don't want all my eggs in one basket in case they sell next year. You never know.
No, I know. Just like
Everybody at Vine thought it would last forever. Everybody thought Periscope would last forever.
Right.
Every time you turn around, some decision happens somewhere on the planet, and boom.
Yeah. I have too many people complaining to me about Twitch. That was my problem to begin with.
Yeah, all mine that complained there now switch. They said, "Okay, please come back to Twitch. We hate apps."
Yeah, well, but then now the issues are finally coming around here. So I think most of the bugs are gone pretty much. I mean, and
I
when
need to
there
go
is,
back to the local Indian restaurant. Yeah, that place is great.
I love Indian food. Oh my
Oh,
God.
shut up. I do too. It just doesn't love me.
No, it don't love me either. So
I can eat Indian food every day,
yeah, but
especially at breakfast. Their food with flavor is so wonderful.
they made food the other day, and Jesse says, "Here, Mom, try it." And it's like a mashed potato with dosa and stuff like that she made. And but it's so, even a little spice for me is too much. They don't understand how much it aggravates my ulcer.
It
So
does aggravate my ulcer, but it'll put me on the toilet every time.
yeah. You have a gallbladder, Randy?
Huh?
Do you have a gallbladder?
No, mine's been removed.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, mine was removed in an emergency section. I went into the hospital with stomach pain, and 2 hours later, I was in surgery.
Wow.
Thank God I had insurance. It was $55,000 for an emergency removal.
Oh, wow. Well, my
At the
dad.
time, I was working for the Florida Department of Corrections, so I
Oh.
didn't pay one penny. Everything, I was treated like a king.
Yep. That's how my insurance is with my Medicare right now, and I have I have one of those supplement, whatever, Advantage plans. And my Advantage plan, I don't pay a
King
dime.
is the same,
My
yeah.
prescription Randy's are all free now. I don't pay for nothing.
That's great.
So
I need to register. I was in the army. I was supposed to get everything free too. I just have to go through all the paperwork.
it's not that bad. And the VA here in Florida, right here in Vieira, the big one here in Vieira, they're giving COVID vaccines to anyone that has, VA benefits.
Yeah, I
They
just never applied for them because I was too young and I don't live in America. So what am I going to do with a VA benefit here? I don't want to take a benefit that somebody else needs.
right. Yeah, that's true.
Randy, let's go outside. Ain't no way I'm going outside. I ain't going to violate the app. I ain't
Um,
going to get in trouble. I obey the rules. I don't know if you've noticed. I may be fun and poke at people, but I never break the law.
yeah, it's not fun to break the law.
No, I can't. I don't want the pain. When will you visit Orlando? There is an Indian restaurant there near UCF, really worth trying. Yeah, they got a lot of them in Orlando area.
The one by the temple in Orlando, right across the street where the market is kind of the best one, I think.
Your husband goes to the bank hospital. We hope you step outside for a while. I cannot. Not allowed to go outside. It says in there, and they track you. I'm not going to do anything they say. If they say don't do it, I ain't doing it. I'm obeying the law.
More days, and then he'll be able to go see the camels.
Yeah, I'm waiting. It's not fun to pay fines. Yeah, I don't want to pay no big fine. I'm going to obey the law. Plus,
Is
I
it a
don't want to be blacklisted on a country for violating a law.
Is it a fine, Randy? What would happen if you did leave?
The fine is 500,000 rios, $139,000.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Shall I show you the fine? I have the paper here.
Oh my God. Lord have mercy. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, so now you know why I don't break the law.
Yeah, that's not a joke at all. Damn. And if you don't
Okay, I signed my name and I agreed 500,000 Saudi riyals. So you take 500,000 divided by 3.75, and that will tell you how many dollars.
Oof.
So let's look at that. Let me get the calculator out. So clear 500,000 divided by 3.75, $133,000 fine if you break the rule.
Damn. $133,333.33.
Yes, exactly. Imagine I would have to work here till I died to pay them back. And you don't leave till you pay your fine.
Oh my God. That's crazy. Yeah,
Your
they do.
husband got them both, Betty. I need to register with the VA stuff. I just never did it. I need to. But I'm not in America. There's no VA in Saudi. What am I going to do here?
But Randy, you were contemplating on coming back to America when you were in Cebu. You did mention it.
Yeah, Nasser, that a fine for 1,000 reals different. The fine now is if you violate the terms of the app, it's 500,000. You're talking about a different one. Yeah, it's up to 500,000. Exactly.
He actually can work virtually, but he has an office he works in. He's taken us to his office.
Yeah, my CEO has been here on the app saying hello to everyone.
Yeah. We meet all his.
Yeah, you've met everybody I work with, even the boss and owners of the company. Nobody.
Yeah.
You know why I did all that? That way, in case some moron thinks he's going to call somewhere and get me in trouble, they're going to say, yeah, screw you.
Yeah.
That way we don't worry about it. Hasnain from
Kuala Lumpur.
Kuala Lumpur.
Kuala Lumpur.
You know, Hasnain, he grew up here in Jubail.
Is that the one that lives out in the middle of nowhere, the desert? Is that the with the
No, Hasnain. No, that's Saad. This is Hasnain. He lives in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
Oh, okay.
He grew up in Jubail and then moved to Malaysia. He went to school, grade school and stuff, elementary. And Mr. Al-Qadar's cool. Yeah, so Mr. Hasnain grew up here in Jubail.
Uh-huh.
And then later in his life, he was here when his father worked here when he was a kid. Mr. Hasnain, you've been invited.
I actually posted the website, and it tells you how to register for your VA benefits. It's very simple nowadays. It's not very hard.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I have a problem. Where am I? I got to get my DD 214. I don't even have a copy of it. So first, I got to get that. That's my
Yeah.
discharge, honorable discharge, blah 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 paper.
Blah,
I don't
blah,
have that.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to send away for it, and I guess they send that, and then I need to do all that because someday I may want to get a VA loan for a house. I've never used that either.
Right. My friend just got a VA loan for her place, and actually, she went and looked at a house, and I guess she was gonna get it. And I turned around and I kind of was messing around and looking at a couple of other places, and I said, why are you getting that one when you can get this one? And they redid the electrical panel, the plumbing. They put a new roof on, new air conditioning system. Everything was brand new. And she was getting this old ratty ass house for like $25,000 more. So she turned around and she ended up purchasing the house that I ended up showing her. I was
That's
like,
funny.
yes. Yeah.
Mr. Hasnain,
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
I like where you were setting. The picture on the wall and the little tree made it look like you had a little buckwheat haircut. Did you see where you were setting? There was like a little tree on the wall, and it made it look like you had that little
there it
pointed
is.
hair.
There it
Yeah,
is.
look. I was thinking, well, that's a unique hairstyle.
No, it's actually something up there. If I zoom in, it's normally during festival season here.
Yes.
They use a leaf and they put rice inside and boil it. I can't recall. Is it bamboo?
Oh, I can't hear you now. Okay, that happened to me. Can you hear him, Alicia?
I can hear him. He's just low.
Okay, I can't hear nothing. Michael said that happened to him. What am I to do? Does anybody know?
Try refresh your server and see.
Yeah, the graphic.
Oh yeah, let me try that. Start the graphics. Hold on, just restart the graphics server. Let's see if that works.
Either one. First, always graphic, and then the next one.
Yeah, that happened to Michael.
That that little caution box with the exclamation point down in the bottom right-hand corner. If you click on that, that's where you report that bug issue. It goes directly to the team.
Yeah, they can fix their own bugs. I'm not a reporter. They don't pay me for that. I don't do that anymore.
He got a haircut.
Yeah, nice haircut. Yeah, I'm not going to report glitches or bugs. Fix your own system. I don't work here. You don't pay me. Just fix it. I've got a new attitude. I'm not really happy with HAPS.
Can you
I'm
hear
tired
now,
of the
Randy?
problem. How's name? Can you talk?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, I can't hear him.
Okay.
Maybe what do I do? Maybe go out and come in?
He can no, if you leave, you'll end our broadcast. Maybe if he goes out and comes back in.
Sure. Let me go
that,
out and come back.
You can still join once you leave. So
Hasnain, can you go out and come back? I've lost the hearing.
Yeah, and his volume settings should still be up when he comes back in. You shouldn't have to adjust it again, I would think.
Yeah, my grace period ran out a couple days ago. So, I don't get paid anymore. Hasnain, can you talk?
Yes. How is it now?
Yeah, I hear you now. So that's how you fix it.
Hey, Joe, are you on a computer or are you on a phone?
But Joe, I'm having problems myself getting HAPS on your broadcast. It says no content.
Is it?
Sharon said I can't get on HAPS. Hi, Deanne. Really?
Oh, you know what? Maybe their servers are down where they are. It could be.
I don't know. It'd be nice to have one HAPS broadcast. We didn't have to talk about how shitty their service was. I didn't mind it for a couple of months. Now we're into the third month, and I don't want to hear about it anymore.
Cup of Joe, the only thing I could suggest is delete the app and reinstall the app. or try on a different device.
You're lucky Alicia's here and Hasnain. They're both more patient than me. I'm irritable. Sarah Hadri, salam.
See, I don't
Yeah.
have patience. Let me grab my iPad and see if I have an app. Let me grab my iPad. Let's see if I have an issue with mine. I'll
Yeah.
just check.
Alisa and Hasnain are humble and helpful. Me, I'm not. I'm not being paid to be here. Any money you give me, what little I get, thank you. But I'm actually, this app is costing me money because my regular followers are tired of being in beta. So I am sacrificing without reward.
But
Usually, if I do this kind of work, I get paid for it. Don't you like to get paid, Hasnain?
I mean, I haven't got anything yet. But
See
I
what I
just
mean?
started.
Alicia, do you like to get paid?
I do too, and it's working. So it's
Joe has
working,
a problem.
it's working on my side. So it could be a server issue got you guys on your side, and just because different parts of the country can go down. I really hate to say that.
So is it something to do with firewall, and then you have to try VPN and test it?
No,
That probably fixes things. I've tried that.
yeah, it could be a third party server issue. It depends. I actually have a
Oh, crap. I just destroyed my